will you forgive me all of my fears? See through my scars at once and my false beliefs. I will for once now clear the rust of my heart. I'll let you hold the light that sees through my cards. These luxury shades now may fall out of my eyes. True colors of love and hate cannot be disguised. To me you're not roses, and I don't need your songs. Just be my escape and help me break these walls. No, won't you let me break these walls? Reflections protecting my flow. They're floating like they can be cold.
Greetings, agents and observers. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of the Department on Nat 20 Tabletop. A note before we begin. The Department and Delta Green is a series steeped heavily in horror. Not merely psychological, but physical and spiritual. You will witness players and the agents they represent. And sorry, I just got the weirdest sense of deja vu. It's fine, I'm sure. Being pushed to mental breaking points. They will have harm inflicted upon them and those they care about. They will have to inflict harm on others. We here at the table will be using a red card system, and beyond that, players have a direct line to me and the other players at the table to communicate their comfort or discomfort. Fortunately, you, as observers, have no such luxury. At any point, if you are feeling uncomfortable, overwhelmed by the universe, or perhaps like the walls may be singing a song too loud for you to comprehend, I encourage you to mute us, step away, turn us off, however you need to get away from the situation. Collect yourself and do whatever, and return to us at your leisure. With that said, I am very honored and excited to say that I am Turk, or Turk Extension on Twitch and Twitter. I will be your handler for the evening, but I am not alone, as I have a cadre of department friendlies here to fight the good fight against the inevitable death of this world and those who live on it. So, starting from the most left placed on the screen, Dr. Tyron, if you would please kick us off. Tell us who you are, who you're playing tonight, and do you remember what we did last time? Or, no, because we didn't do this before. Never mind.
Not yet, at least. Everyone, I'm Tyrant. Find me on Twitch and Twitter at Dr. Tyrant. I will be playing Jonah Swires, a captain in the United States Army Rangers. He's a thick boy who is a little thick in the head. Let's go to Rossum. Muted.
Rossum is playing someone who doesn't have a voice box tonight.
I was testing leak reading skills. You all failed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm Rossum. You can find me at that dude Rossum on Twitter. Tonight I'm playing John Smith, special cleanup crew, yeah, he's just pretty much here to ensure the job gets done one way or another. And on to Saint.
Hey, that's me. I'm DMF Saint. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at DMF Saint. Tonight, as the last time, I'm playing Kevin Wilcox. He's an online content creator, runs a channel dedicated to the supernatural and the paranormal. He is thankful that he has his social media accounts back and his channel back since Delta Green wiped them before. But he's a little frustrated that he can't post what he wants to anymore because there's a restricted list. I'm hoping that I don't die this time, but I'm probably going to. Passing it on, too. Fleet. Also no voice box.
Turk. Didn't I go already?
No, sorry, that was a different.
No.
That was before. No, this is your
why
first.
do I
This
get-
is your first time here.
But I feel like I just. Never mind. Hi, everybody. I feel like I know you, but my name is Fleet Dietrich. You can find me on Twitter, Fleet_Dietrich. I swear to God, I've done this before. I am playing Dr. Loyalty Lauder, Final Girl MD tonight, the last of a sorority that got slaughtered. And I am a resident at the hospital, and we'll see what happens. But something is coming for the last girl. I just want to have a wine night. Kirk, are you sure?
I'm checking. This is the first time.
Great.
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Next, I am Glyza. I go by they, them. Today, I'll be playing Melinda Suarez. Mel, if you're my friend. And I am your resident bartender, secretly a genius, intelligence analyst. I am also a gremlin tonight, and that's both for me, myself as a person, and for Mel as a character. So we'll see how this turns out. And also, I have no secrets. I was not passed on any secrets, so if there's a traitor in the midst, it's not me.
I don't have any
Definitely.
secrets. I'm just good at improv. Oh no! Wait, did we have this conversation before?
I don't know what you're talking about, but please don't put me in your sort of corner of things. I don't want other people to already assume that I'm bad. But maybe we did. I don't know.
Maybe we did. I'm just saying your words. Maybe we did.
Maybe we did.
Well, why don't we begin? The date is October 11th, 2022. A Tuesday, like any other. Going in introduction order, could you give us a brief look into the place where your agent lives? Is there anyone elsewhere with them? Let's say it's 10 a.m. Central. What's going on back then? Your agent is still asleep, whether due to a day off or, just that's how they operate.
Sleeping in at 10 a.m.
All right.
Something that Jonah Swires hasn't done since he was an infant.
Well, let me tell you this. Let me know what your house looks like when you're sleeping at 10 a.m.
House is would be a gracious term. The life of living on base, on a military base, the higher you get, the more probably prestigious accommodations. But Jonah has always been of the mind that you only need what you need, So he's up 6 a.m. every morning for a light jog, some push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, and then a nice 14-egg breakfast and a energy drink and protein shake. Because obviously he needs more protein on top of the 14 eggs. Life goes on. If he has orders, he's out. If he doesn't, he trains. And at this moment, he's about to get on a plane to head somewhere that his higher ups have deemed necessary for him to go to.
Again, right now you're asleep. On a plane, sure.
Sure. Oh, I have to be asleep.
You are asleep.
Fine. Nothing else for him to do on a plane.
Okay, great. Ra.
Oh, what'd you see?
Hmm?
A generic one-bedroom apartment that seems to be like averagely furnished and just like very like monotone gray furniture. really indistinguishable and really no like major setups, just like a TV, maybe, you know, like a not even like any games, just like a Roku or something, you know, that you would stream off of, and everything just seems to kind of clean, like it just nothing's ever touched, and he's just there asleep. That's about it.
All right, great.
Kevin is still sleeping at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. Yosemite's Mountain, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He had a long night last night. He's been editing this video for like a week, and he's uploaded it to YouTube 4 times, and every time it gets deleted as soon as it posts to the dashboard. And then he gets a text message that's just like an advertisement for something. It's probably like I don't know, like flower services or some sort of like greeting card thing or singing telegram, and it's his clue to redo what he did because he crossed the line. So he was up very late re-editing, re-uploading this video. His house, he sleeps in the basement of his mom's house, which is also where her studio is, his editing bay, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's messy. He spends more time at the computer than cleaning up, so. But he's currently sleeping. He's exhausted.
At 10 a.m., or actually, well, it's been a minute. The house stays empty. It is owned, since that was what she was taught to do with money that you've earned, invest in real estate. It is full of windows, potted plants. There's a sign embossed on wood that says "Live, Laugh, Love." There is a large, comfortable couch, and beside that couch is in a bag that says "Soul Cycle" on it, with a sweaty towel over the edge. On the sofa is laying a napping Dr. Laurel T. Lauder, having gotten a Soul Cycle in with her instructor after a long night at the hospital. She is currently taking a nap on the very, very comfortable, probably expensive sofa. An unopened bottle of wine on the table in front of her, since she couldn't get herself to open it. And her cat, Speed Racer, is laying on her lap, curled up and sleeping with her in a patch of sun.
And Glaza.
As for Mel, Melinda has been asleep for a while. She came home at like 2 to 3 a.m. She's coming home from work. It is in Dubuque, Iowa, and it's from this place called Monks. The place of her bar is called Monks, and she works there. And she came home at 2 to 3 a.m., chugged a bunch of Mountain Dew, and then went to sleep. And doesn't usually get up till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, because that's just how she works. Her apartment is just a small room that she shares with a lot of different friends. But there's like piles and piles of like boxes of Mountain Dew, a little bit of like cigarettes over there. But that is basically Mel's little abode, her little room, and she is sleeping, as is normal for her.
Great. Oh, guys, those were great descriptions. I really do enjoy that. If everyone could make a sanity check, please.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
No.
Do we do the
character
sanity
sheet.
check?
On your character sheet, they should have a...
Does it just say sanity points and I click on it?
Yeah,
Sweet.
it should generate it.
Did it generate it?
Not seeing it up just yet. Did you go green when you hovered over it?
It did, but it didn't do anything.
Did you?
Sanity
If you go to the Roll20 page, is there a pop-up
Yes.
on there?
Let me check. It says input value. Do I just roll
Just click. Yeah, normal click roll.
it?
There you go.
Hey.
All right. If you succeeded, you only lose 1 sanity. If you failed, then you will be losing 3.
Sweet.
As each of you wakes up screaming,
Not new.
there's a roiling nightmare that spits forth in all your minds. You can't quite describe it. It's honestly like almost feels like what happens when you press your eyes closed. That kind of just moving nothingness. Unless anyone wants to try and remember, kind of like as you wake up and recall the dream.
I would. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, 1000%.
Okay.
Hell no.
This is the
Dr.
first
Potter
step.
opens a bottle of wine. What's up, Mel?
Let's remember that dream. Let's do it.
Okay.
Do it. First roll for Mel.
Well, no, it just happens.
Oh,
Second.
okay.
Oh.
So, doing so is going to require another sanity check, actually. So go ahead and do that.
Sure.
Mel, you were going to recall. So you're only going to lose 1 additional sanity.
Wait.
You're going to also add 1 to a natural as you remember bone jarring sound that dissolved everything around you to molecules. Anyone else remembering? Kevin, right?
Mhm.
Sanity check, and you already did it again, right?
I did 40
Okay,
under 59.
So also lose 1 sanity. You are going to remember screaming horrified into a phone. You can't decipher the words, but you remember shouting into the dream has you shouting into a phone. You sense fear and terror in your voice.
Okay.
Anyone else? All right. Fine, I didn't write a whole thing.
That's entrapment, sir.
None of you have anyone nearby except for maybe Captain Jonah. You're on a plane.
Yeah,
On
it's fine.
on a military plane or a civilian plane?
Military.
Okay.
So
you're
waking up screaming is probably normal.
yeah, sure. Except for a bunch of people who are, coming over and checking on you and because you get up and and I believe, well, you only lost the 1. So
Just 1.
all right, you're
just
good.
1.
So you're it's screaming, it's pure terror, and they want to check if you're okay.
Get the fuck away from me!
Sir, are you sure? You woke up screaming. Do you need any?
Did I ask for medical aid?
You woke up screaming. That's kind of a pretty good indication.
Fine.
And they'll give you a look over. Nothing appears to be wrong. They, obviously advise you on some lifestyle choices you were pursuing. But
Come back on the eggs.
your cholesterol's real high.
I know.
Roughly the size of a barge. But
Are you even living if you can't feel the blood pumping through your veins?
Yes, in fact, you are.
All right. Basically, the rest of your flight and everyone else's day continues as normal for about an hour. 11 a.m. Each of you, I imagine, Captain Sawyers, as you land, you're going to get a phone call. Every single one of you is going to hear you're going to hear this. Highest priority request. Report to Omega Plumbing Services, West Ohio Street, Chicago. Today. $3 p.m. do not be late, Central Time. Or...
Did they just finish the sentence with "or" and then trailed off?
They said do not be late. I kind of added the "or." They were really... I could add an "or." You want me to add an "or"?
I thought you.
Or your status, or your status will be terminated.
Great, thanks. I'm coming anyway. But yeah, gonna roll out of bed and walk over to the big closet, where I move a bunch of the nice clothes that I have. Love a good pastel wardrobe. So we're going into fall now, so it's actually more gem tones and jewel tones, and behind it is a big military grade bag that I grab and I take into the car with me. And as I do, I stop and I look over at a dresser. It seems to be missing one photograph on it. I walk to the drawer, I open the drawer, I take out the photograph of me with my sorority sisters, and I put it back on the dresser, just shake my head and shut the dresser and go back, keep walking. I could have sworn that had been there when I walked by it last. Whatever. I'm gonna get in the car and drive on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed my cat.
Oh.
Or I go. The cat is fed.
The cat is fed, though it will insist otherwise.
It's a liar. You don't believe Speed Racer.
I'm gonna go after hearing that phone call. I'm just gonna go grab my emergency pack of like whenever this kind of thing happens. Don't even pack a lot of other things because that's always ready to go. And I start the 3-hour drive from Dubuque, Iowa to Chicago, wherever that is. And in my car, there's piles and piles of like Mountain Dew cut. It's a very messy car. Nobody's allowed to like ride in my car, even though on the outside it's cute because it's a Mini Cooper. But it is adorable, but nobody's allowed to ride in it because it's messy as fuck, and nobody wants to ride in it because it looks terrible inside. But on the outside, it looks great, and there's a purpose for that because Mel does not like people riding in her car.
Honestly, mess on the outside, mess on the inside, hot on the outside, relatable content. Thanks to a lot of people.
That is correct. That is also the Glyza guarantee.
Sign it. Believe it.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Kevin starts putting the last remaining things that he normally takes out of his go bag back into his go bag, and then heads out to his SUV before thinking twice and thinking, wait a minute, how far is it to Chicago? And then he looks it up on his phone and realizes it's a 29-hour drive. And he's probably not going to make it that way. And then it clicks down that he's got to go to an airport, and then it clicks down that he can't get any of his gear where he's going unless he contacts one of his contacts. I'd like to use one of my bonds.
Sure.
I'd like to reach out to the dark web contact I have, who tends to set up different arrangements for me to basically pick up everything from my SUV at the airport and have it delivered to Chicago as quickly as possible. I don't know how soon that's going to be.
Sure. And your gear specifically is like camera stuff, or are we talking munitions?
Yeah, no, we'll go with just camera stuff. There might be a weapon or two in there, yeah.
All right,
I'm not taking that on the plane.
I want to know so we can, figure it out.
I mean, I'll read off my equipment list if you want me to.
Oh no, it's fine. We can explore that later. So
it's a lot of ghost hunting gear.
Yeah, I'll say like I'm looking for a kind of charisma, or however you want to work this particular contact, just to see how much this is going to stretch it. How much.
I mean, I'd like to do persuade if at all possible.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'd love a persuade.
Awesome, cool. I would love to persuade this contact.
Yeah.
With no modifiers, that's 75%.
So in this case, it's going to reduce the bond by 2, because it's close, but they will agree, and you will just be sent a parking spot that has been assigned to you at the airport.
Okay.
And then a locker, basically like an airport locker, at your location in Chicago.
Okay. I will text them. Thank you so much for that. Just a reminder, I still have those pictures of what you did. Send. And then I will break my phone.
Yeah, ceremonious.
And grab one of my other burner phones. Leave a note for my mom saying that I'm going to investigate Bachelor's Grove Cemetery in Chicago, which is an extremely haunted cemetery. I don't know when I'll be back. There's food in the fridge from last night, in the microwave, 5 minutes, and you should be good. Head to the airport.
You can secure a flight, even though you will definitely have to deal with some rigmarole and some agents rolling their eyes, like, what is this, romance movie or something? I want your next flight to Chicago. Others? We have Sawyer's, or you were already in the area, so getting there isn't an issue. Smith.
Smith would actually just kind of get ready like normal, and it seems like he already had like some luggage and a briefcase already at the door. Like he's just kind of used to doing this kind of thing, and then he would just get like a rental or something, and just drive his way out there.
Sure. Yeah.
Like everything's just routine and just nothing seems unnatural. Like he's just like, yeah, okay.
Love it. Another day at the office. So, it is 3 p.m. thereabouts when each of you reach Omega Plumbing Service. From the outside, it looks like it's fully plastered, and there are ads and large stickers and printouts of people cleaning and doing other plumbing activities with smiles on their faces. Otherwise, it looks quite non-active. Going inside, there's a very cramped front office, but there does appear to be a kind of... It's like if Mario never went to the Mushroom Kingdom type of person, who's not going to say anything, is just going to look you up and down, and then motion for you to go around the desk to the door behind, which will open. Each of you, in turn, will be motioned through, and will find yourselves in what's effectively a small office with a central table, and there is there's a house in New Orleans, but there's also a haggard-looking, light-skinned African-American woman, I'd say mid-50s, with a kind of white streak through her hair, and sunglasses on her face. Her apparel is kind of very business casual, just a button down and pants. Already, each of you, as you're coming in, you can tell me the order as you like, but all of you are going to pick up that she looks very tired. Like, it's just in the eyes, like they're almost kind of too old for her face, and
Offer her a can of Mountain Dew.
I'm fine, thank you. Please just have a seat and don't spill anything.
I open the Mountain Dew and drink.
Contrary to last time, I think Kevin would be there pretty early, because he's beholden to this company now.
They're your source.
And the first question, Keeper, I have. So I remember the last handler I had. Does this one seem like they have their shit together a little bit better than the last one?
I mean, the last keeper was quite acerbic, I think is the right word.
Yeah, that's a word.
This feels already a bit more together, given the just the general not screaming at you to sit down vibes.
Yeah, fair.
But definitely you can just it's this is someone who's seen a lot of shit. So, and yeah, she'll just anyone else.
I'm coming in exactly on time. Very punctual. I think Laurel is someone who's very put together, like has chosen the outfit, is in a suit, has like the everything is ready, everything's in order. The only thing out of place outside of like makeup, hair is like slipped back, deep bags under her eyes that cannot be hidden with makeup. Deep fucking bags. And I think that exhaustion sees that exhaustion, doesn't say anything, just gives a nod, walks over and sits.
In complete contrast, by the way, Kevin has like a ratty turtleneck on, is a rather large individual, and is like glistening with sweat because he rushed over here.
Fair.
Not put together whatsoever.
Yeah. Captain Smith.
Jonah bursts through the door.
Jesus.
Cargo pants, dog tag around the neck, clean cut hair, sunglasses, bomber jacket. Sees the lady standing there. She probably gives him a glare.
This look.
He just like, and then goes and sits down. Definitely the most intimidating person in the room.
Smith.
Yeah, Smith actually came in the same time as the doctor, like right at the dot.
Right on the dot, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they both went in reaching for like the handle of the door to make sure they're stepping in and kind of thing. But he would just kind of.
Lauder would open the door for you.
And
Lauder
then
will not let you open the door for her.
Smith
She will
would like offer to let you through, and then there's like a mini stand down for like 5 seconds before he looks at his watch and goes in. And then would actually just sit down just quietly, and he pretty much is this, just like a semi well dressed, like everything kind of looks a little more loose than it really needs to be. Like he looks like he should be more kept together for what he's wearing, but it's more, like it was just like a size off kind of thing, and then he just sits down.
Mel looks exactly what I look like right now. T-shirt,
Cool as
jeans. T-shirt, jeans, and holding 2 more Mountain Dew. I'm gonna make this Mountain Dew my whole character. You'll see. You'll see.
So
Fourth arm, Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
this
For you, friend.
this lady looks at you all as you sit down. All right, I realize you were all called in here last minute, and this is not a usual handler. I'm going to cut right to the chase. No names or anything. We couldn't trust anyone else as an intermediary.
Is that, just out of curiosity, is that how you run all of your operations? Because the last person said the same thing.
The last one.
Are you guys okay?
Don't worry about us. For referencing, my name is Agatha Carpenter. And you're here for this. And she throws out a picture of the Olympus Holobeam Array, a small news article describing it as an exciting new scientific exploration into the unknown. Funded by the U.S. Department of Energy. It's using a lot of what should be classified United States Air Force tech that was declassified and privatized and sold. And run by a bunch of eggheads from MIT and the University of Chicago. So, a lot of private donors and venture firms, Olympian Advances being the main one. Normally, it's fine. They're trying to understand space as a 3D hologram cast on a 2D surface. Some real Hadron Collider, low-level shit. But I couldn't tell you anything more about it. Science was never my particular focus. Anyway. Upstairs is figured out the array has access to some stuff they shouldn't have. Like I said, Air Force should have kept that shit classified, but thank goodness for Uncle Sam's love of capitalism. 10 a.m. today, the array went online for the first time. History of the shouldn't have been any issues, but there's a belief due to the history of the tech used and certain other abnormalities that an incursion event has occurred.
I know you're on a roll, but I got a question.
Yeah,
Sorry.
of course.
10 a.m.
Central Time.
All right.
Invasion by what?
We don't know. That's what we want you to find out. So we're sending you in to the array under the auspices of Department of Energy, overseers for a brief inspection. You should be greeted. From my understanding, they have a very bare-bones staff. It shouldn't be too hard to get access and start picking things around, ask questions. Remember your assignments. Are there any questions? Because we don't have a lot of time.
What have been the signifiers for the incurring event? What has been the indication that something's wrong?
An understanding of the effects of what this technology has done. Beyond that, you don't need to be concerned about it. They're being handled elsewhere.
I believe it is my job to be concerned about the physical bodies of the people I'm going to represent. After all, if I am going to be representing the Department of Energy, doesn't it make sense to send along a physician to make sure that everyone's not being affected by the radiation that they're coming into contact with?
That is your cover. Apologies. I misunderstood what you meant by abnormalities. The abnormalities are a hypergeometric type, we believe, but we can't confirm.
Like some Tesseract shit? Like some Madeline L'Engle Wrinkle in Time stuff?
If that's how your mind wishes to perceive it, yes. But I believe all of you have had some kind of interaction with these forms of incursions. That's why you were selected.
No.
Okay. Does anybody have a human of 50, 60?
What?
50, human.
Oh, 40.
My human is 50.
Okay.
I got 50.
I got 10!
So, Mel and Smith, you get the sense that anytime she mentions the anomalies or other abnormalities, she kind of just like sweeps the room across all of you. But you definitely get a sense she kind of pauses on Kevin for a moment. Just the briefest of moments. Seems like
Kevin's in trouble. Kevin's going.
Mel is paying attention
No.
on
Wouldn't be the first
Kevin.
time. Wouldn't be the first time.
Your cover is a bit slapdash, so please don't let anyone investigate it too thoroughly. It will get you past security. You are Department of Energy's Operation Observer Effect. You are there to ensure the health of staff. You are there to ensure that the station is running in a favorable manner. You will not have clearance to inspect the laser apparatus, but if you can manage that, it would be beneficial, we believe.
I'm so sorry. Turk Operation what?
Observer Effect. First responders have, in general, been warned from entering the area, given that, or at the very least, we've pulled some strings to make sure response times will be delayed. We're not suggesting anything, just making sure this stays as close to loop as possible. You've been provided an unmarked sedan and a cargo van for bringing yourselves up to the site. Inside, you will find 6 service pistols with 3 mags each. You also have 2 Geiger counters and a medical bag with a dosimeter, I believe it's pronounced. That's me, the GM, the handler, not knowing. Dosimeter, first aid.
Dosimeter.
Yeah, dosimeter, first aid kit, and radiation treatment pills. Additionally, she places a very cheap-looking phone. This is your contact to me. I should only be used in the most important of circumstances. I believe, it's going to be potassium iodide, Prussian blue capsules, DTPA with IV bag, and nebulizer, filgastrum with syringes as well. So basically everything you'd need to counteract radiation in someone's body, as far as medical advice at the moment will know. It's not supposed to have a dangerous source of radiation, but we have reason to believe it might.
I mean, if you're taking questions, I got a couple.
Yes.
So first of all, and this is really important, I think, for all of us involved here. Can you please remove the restrictions on the YouTube video that I tried to upload last night? Can you just pass it up the chain? We don't have to talk about that now. The second thing that I wanted to talk about is I would really like to know what you're not telling us. Because I feel like you're sending, I think, so you're a physician, I think you said. This guy, he's clearly military of some kind. I run a YouTube channel, and we're going to investigate radioactive, space-time, fucky-wucky shit. Can you give us, like, a little extra something, maybe? Like, are we, what do we need to be worried about?
We don't know. We have our suspicions, and we are gathering you together because you are the ones who are nearby and capable of handling it. I realize some of you are not approximately nearby.
29 hours.
But those upstairs are confident in your abilities and your capacity to handle this.
Kevin's like, reimburse me.
Give me some money.
Give me reimbursement for my time.
I don't know what much else there is to say. It's pretty clear to me, and I'm not the brightest of this crew, I'm sure. I'm here for muscle. Kevin, you're clearly not, and he pokes you. But I think you've got a brain.
Yeah.
Mel is laughing in the background here as they're talking. It's hilarious. It's just spilling Mountain Dew everywhere.
So I'll protect you. You figure out what's going on.
All right. I mean, I do have some experience with some spooky shit. Definitely just got done. Actually, I don't think I can talk about that.
Or write a YouTube video about it.
I definitely can't do that. I tried.
I will say I do have one concern since you're giving us radiation pills. How intense is the radiation going to be?
We don't know. It's a theoretical possibility.
Are there hazmat suits available at the location?
There should be, or at least some form of protection from the laser array.
I see.
So, the goal of our investigation is to just look and see and observe. Is that it?
That is your cover. Your actual mission is to understand the incursion event, contain it, and remove any factors that might expose others to this incursion in the future, and contain as much knowledge of the event as you can.
Got it.
Then you're to save lives.
Save lives is like the last part, right?
That is the 5th step, but it is still an important step.
Lauder
They
is
do.
going to. Sorry, go ahead.
No. That was fine. Mine was a throwaway.
Lauder's going to turn to Mel. Do you know what a hypergeometric distribution is?
No.
And
I probably know it not by that name, but
You probably learned it. It's probability theory. I think a lot of colleges will teach it, or high schools even will do it for some AP classes. But the idea is that you're taking into account every single possible probability, every single piece of a puzzle. So what they're doing, if they're doing hypergeometric conversion, is going to be something along those lines. So if we're looking at an incursion event, it's probably going to be along the lines of time distribution, probability, and results. So
those are a lot of words that make sense.
But-
The theorem is that space itself is a 3D hologram cast on a 2D surface. I'm sure one of the eggheads there can explain more.
Listen, you just show me where to shoot, and I got you.
The only thing I'm pointing out to all of you is that there will be suits in your approximate sizes in the car, so you appear more official in your roles.
Oh, gotta wear a monkey suit, huh?
You need to look the part.
I have one more request to requisition, if this is going to be the case.
Requisition has already been allocated.
I'm sure you can spare this one. I need a coin, a penny. Do you have one in your pocket?
I have one.
You have one?
Yeah, here you go.
Gonna take it? Go ahead, Turk.
No, that's... self-sufficiency is important, I suppose.
It's just a penny.
What the fuck
Yes.
is going on?
And she pauses and then holds a phone up to her ear and steps away from the table for a while. Understood. She turns back. The power at the array just went down about a few minutes ago. No idea how. You need to move in now.
All right, well, you got anything else to say? We can do it in the car. Let's go.
Right.
2 cars. There's a cargo van and a sedan. Who's driving what?
I'll drive the van.
I'll be reviewing what's in the medical containers to make sure it's all accounted for, so I will need to be in the back seat.
I can drive
Do I
the
have
other car.
to-
That's
Do I
fine.
have to ride with you? Because I have my car here.
You are going to be taking the issued vehicles, as otherwise
it.
that will raise questions.
Also, everybody dress up. Let's get this over with.
Alright.
All right,
Well,
we're doing some quick changes. Go ahead, Mel.
I'll see you guys later. Whatever. I'll be outside. Give me like 15 minutes.
Lauder's going to stop and look back, and if you all have pennies, I suggest keeping them on you. He's gonna walk through the car. You'll see.
And pennies. It's 2022. It's cryptocurrency and cards. Who has change?
You think she wants to make like a sock full of pennies to see, just in case we need to knock someone out?
Not enough
Liv.
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not enough of that. That's just 5 pennies. Too thin. Too thin of a sock of pennies.
You are gonna get us
It's like a
killed.
glove of penny.
Tony, you are gonna get us killed.
No, not me. I'll keep you alive.
You're riding in the van, right?
Yeah.
Mon Capitan. Yeah, I'm gonna ride in the sedan. And I have my bag. Yes, handler.
Yes.
Okay, I'll pass out the 2-way radio so that we can talk between the cars.
Right.
Mel takes 15 minutes, and you don't know why, because all she did was put a lab coat on. And then she goes into the vent. Or
Okay.
yeah. That's all she
Mel-
did.
Mel's had multiple Mountain Dews, yes?
Yes, multiple.
Yeah. So, hey, Mel, do you need help transferring the case of Mountain Dew from one car to the other? I can.
Sure, I have a couple more. Do you want some too?
No thanks. I'm trying to cut back on sugar.
Oh well. And you do see her like carrying like two, you know those stuff that you buy from like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she carries two of them, just in case I run out. I never know what happens.
I can't wait until we get to the radiation area and all of the Mountain Dew that's in
Just,
Mel's
like, glows.
body just glows.
We look over. Mel is also glowing.
It's perfect.
Oof.
All right,
What
we're
in
in the
the
car,
what in
so-
this swamp monster is this?
On the way.
So I'm gonna ride in the sedan, I guess.
Yeah, I'm riding in the van.
All right. So it's going to be a 1-hour drive. You are leaving. It's about 4 p.m. now, Central Time.
I would like to spend the hour with my headphones in, listening to Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart.
Sweet.
I would like to spend that hour rewatching Muppet Treasure Island over and over.
Yes!
You can also do other things, like perhaps rehearse your cover roles,
Yeah,
or
I'll
help
do that.
while you're listening to it. Yeah, you
While
can
I'm
read over
watching
the
Muppet
dossier.
That's how
I'm
I
just gonna give you a
focus.
few things like that are suggested, like researching the Holobeam Array, or really just practicing for your role or helping someone else practice for their role.
Turk,
Yeah.
there is a reason that Dr. Laurel T. Loudon is listening to Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart. 1, fantastic book. Makes you cry every time. 2, they're trying to get in the mindset of, yes, I fucking can. And as they are listening to that, they are, she is holding the dossier and she is looking into the past of any any lawsuits that have happened over the health of workers. That's going to be helping her prepare for her role as physician to avoid lawsuit.
Okay.
As for Mel, the reason why she's watching Muppet Treasure Island is because it's a great movie. Fuck all y'all. Second of all, it's a way for her to clear her mind because she has a photographic memory, and sometimes you gotta dump shit out, and she's dumping it out by watching Muppet Treasure Island. So that's what we're doing. Just making space in the memories.
At some point, you're gonna take the two-way radio and go, "Nah, I'm not too good with people. So if we're gonna do some cover stuff, one of you eggheads might want to figure that out." Click.
You don't have to click. It's a button. You just press the button.
Say click.
Click.
You are supposed to like say over though when you're done. Over.
Over, jackass. Over.
Takes out my headphone. What's over?
Hopefully that book. Have you figured out what's going on?
Not entirely. I'm trying to dig into any past lawsuits that they might have had to give us any kind of insight into what they've been working on, honestly. The body can tell the story. If they've had lawsuits in the past, not only do I believe we will be able to get some information and some employees one-on-one privately, but also, if I find something, we will be able to check out the hazmat suits as close to the array as we can. So I'll at least be able to get one of you up to the hazmat suits and by the door.
Okay.
And then Brene Brown, you should listen sometime. It'll speak to your soul. Goes back to it.
So anyone looking into the Holobeam Array, I just need to know what your intelligence score is, if it's above 13.
My intelligence score?
Yes. If you're looking into the Holobeam Array and not watching Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh, I'm watching Muppet Treasure Island. Sorry.
No,
I'm
you
not
good.
So
good.
Kevin's the only one that could do this.
well, so
Hey,
what
I
I'm
am
doing.
the only one that can do this. My intelligence is 16.
Mine's 13. So
That's
we
not
both
busy.
could.
Watching Muppet Treasure Island.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I was going to look into. You
Sure.
tell me if if the array would have come up at all.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like Kevin would definitely know like the secret Reddit boards and like the forums on the dark web where the actual things that are happening are discussed, like, hey, this weird thing happened, but with like some credibility. He put together the time of when it happened in the dream that he had, and based on the stuff that he's gone through before, he does not think that's a coincidence. And so he'd be looking at an uptick right now for like the last couple hours of any sort of like dream or temporal activity. Like he'd start like doing like Google dorking of all of the different words that were used.
Sure. Why don't you make me a bureaucracy? I'd say bureaucracy, military science, or accounting. Kind of just look things over.
Okay, so not the intelligence for the array.
Not the intelligence for the array. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. I didn't mean to interrupt anyone else's thing. I just didn't know if that would apply.
Looking into the staff, I'd say you probably. What's your science score? Physics specifically.
I have biology. So I'm looking for the biological effects of radiation, which I believe
It's bad.
Yeah, so I feel like it's like Radium Girl shit, you know? Like,
Sure.
I'm trying to get the body to tell a story, not necessarily that I'll understand the physics of it, but that I'll understand the bodily impact and what can do that kind of bodily impact. So at least working for my way backwards from a different angle.
Okay.
Rather than the more straightforward way.
Absolutely, and you can have that information stored in when it comes relevant for treatment. You can get yourself a. We'll talk about pluses given the moment.
Thank you.
Others researching before we get to Kev's. John's driving. Sawyer's is driving. All right, cool. Kev, so you succeeded on your bureaucracy test. Awesome.
I did 38 under 50.
So you go to your lesser known forums. I love that the book actually accounts for this.
Was it really?
Yeah. So first thing's gonna pop up. You are going to see. There's not any jump in like dreaming incidents, but kind of like referencing the area. The Holobeam has some people like interested in digging, so they get you a breakdown of the chart, which of course is super small. I won't be able to see for the moment, so I'll just make it big. With staff. Now, Olympian Advances Inc. Owns that. Going to the Olympian Holobeam Array with director Jamie Campbell, 2 researchers, 2 engineers, and support staff. Yeah, looking into it further, you can already tell, one, that this is a bare bones crew, but 2, the Olympian's founder, chairman, and majority shareholder is a man named Curtis Schnecht, a 74-year-old retired U.S. Air Force lieutenant general. Schnecht is best known for being one of the most highly decorated fighter pilots of the Vietnam era. His postings between 1980 and 2004 are all classified, highly restricted, but because you are searching in certain areas where they share conspiracy theories and stranger truths, you also learned that Schnecht's postings were likely related to stealth technology, the Strategic Defense Initiative and SDI spin-off program attempting to weaponize lasers and particle beams. In 2004, alleged by some to have quietly liberated key data from the military research projects he'd overseen. Schnecht founded Olympian Advances and retired from the Air Force. As a Defense Department contractor, he continued to find applications for the same research he pursued in the USAF, but at fantastic profit margins. But at that, you are going to feel a buzz as your phone rings.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
Knock it off. You hear the familiar voice of your handler. Now, immediately. That comes from the top.
Knock what off?
I know what you're doing.
What do you mean?
You're looking at some things that set off a lot of little secret alarms. You know what happens when you go poking.
Okay, but listen here. And he kind of looks and sees what everyone else in the car is doing. Listen, the thing is though, we're going into this situation, and you're telling me not to look up information about it.
Look up the array. Stay off of Schnecht.
What's Schnecht got to do with this?
That's not your issue. Back off. there will be repercussions if you continue this line of questions. Focus your efforts on the array and the incursion event, Agent.
All right. So what if obscuring the incursion and the department's involvement involves killing Schnecht?
Schnecht is not on base. That is all you need to know. He is not your concern.
Click. He says
Swires,
click out loud.
Swires feels this like unnatural unease that there's an AC-130 just above, about to loose something at one of the cars.
You okay up there, buddy? Oh, wait, you're not in my car. My bad.
Beyond that, if you do you want to keep looking into the Holobeam Array, or do you want to try getting into Schnecht more? Because Schnecht going more in is going to probably take like a hack or other deeper dive that could also have repercussions.
I mean, I do have the dark web contact I could use again, and I feel like I would have a burner identity to look more stuff up.
They seem to catch you real fast this time.
I will think about it while we're driving.
Okay.
I'll make a decision before we get there.
Absolutely. All right. No one else is doing anything. Then you pull up to the facility. The sign reads Olympian Holobeam Array as you work your way out into the woods. A suburban area, just an hour outside of Chicago. There is a long concrete wall as you are otherwise surrounded by forest as you kind of are, out in the woods. If you've seen like an Area 51, Archive 81, the TV show, kind of imagine that, but with concrete walls in a perfect circle. However, it is a gatehouse in front of you as you pull up. A man wearing a security outfit with Breckenridge corporate security logo on his chest pulls you to a halt and approaches the first car, which would be John. All right.
Yeah, okay. Let's go for it.
That's the Dan.
Stan goes first. Hello there. How can I help you today?
Hey, we're sorry, been nervous. Long drive with
He's not holding it. I don't know why he's doing that. It's light out still.
pirate,
It's natural effect.
pirate Muppet in the background the whole time.
Oh,
not-
I take off.
not-
Hey, we're here to do some observation, to look at something. We were called to do it.
We're with the Department of Energy.
Yeah, Department of
It's a
Energy.
long drive. We're a bit exhausted.
We're really tired, so yeah. What's up?
Are your superiors in the next car?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
we're
gonna go
not
talk to
superiors.
them,
The-
and
the
he just
doctors
walks
and-
away.
Sorry, we're the interns. We're the interns. I'm sorry.
Do you not see how we're all dressed and how we sound?
And
Obviously, this
he's
is not
already gone.
Ignore.
The next guy is
Just
gonna
drive.
go and
Just drive.
No, it's a
Just
gate.
drive.
It's a gate. You can't.
We're blocked
It's a
off.
gatehouse.
First of all, we don't have to make up excuses. I just saved our
Yes.
butts.
What we do?
Do you know this? You know, I believe
Look,
they know
I'm
what they're
gonna be
doing,
honest
and they
with
brought you
you.
on for a reason.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is my first sort of field thing. I'm usually the guy in the chair. So
So how about you don't do the talking next time?
well, you
and
looked at
leave
me.
No, I was using you as an excuse.
Oh, my bad.
Distract
Sorry.
them.
I'm sorry. There's
I
someone
think I
coming up.
distracted
Yeah,
her.
Right?
yeah. You're gonna see a fit Hispanic man, mid 40s, clearly you recognize an ex-army build.
Security guard.
Yeah. Again, Breckenridge corporate security on the lapel.
I'm still looking at my notes. I'm like, the notes are away. I'm just I think at the hour, the Brene Brown is still playing. But when they stop and they start walking over, I think they come out and the dots take it like slid under something.
You've got quite the team in the car ahead of you.
Well, you know what they say. Someone who hasn't been through the military, you know?
That's true. You're with the DOA? DOE? Jeez.
DOE, Department of Energy.
I can't even get it right. I'm gonna crack.
Yeah, we're here to figure out what's going on. Heard there's been little ups and downs and
Power fluctuation, yeah. And it just happened. You guys got out of here pretty fast. I understand you're just here for inspection, but it feels like you came at the perfect time, I suppose.
well, you know what they say. When the government puts enough money into something,
And they
They're
send a
back.
bunch of people like the front car along.
well,
That's why I
they
stay
send,
corporate.
they send us, but you know, college interns, right?
They're in college.
Some of them.
Jeez. All right. Well. Can I just see some IDs? And you would have been provided false identification, giving you, DOAs, and he'll, look it over and. All right. I'll trust you to handle the front car. There's 3. Can you confirm the 3 in front are all yours?
Yeah, 3 in front's all us.
All right. Well, I'll.
Actually,
Yeah.
question: did they show you their IDs?
No. They.
I'm keeping track of their progress for their college, well, some of their colleges. So knowing what they're doing is going to be in our best interest. So thank you for letting me know.
All right.
Some of them. Some of them. I mean, you're never too old, you know.
That's hey. Yeah, I suppose it worked for me. Yeah, I'll phone ahead to Dr. Campbell that you're here. She'll want to talk with you immediately.
Thank you.
All right. And he goes back to the booth, and you can all see security cameras pointed around the gate, like to perfectly capture your vehicle information as it swings open towards you all. And it's marked, so it's not going to hit your car. And you're free to drive up to the facility.
I would be. Okay.
I was gonna say, Dr. Lauder turns to Jonah. What do you think they did?
Probably acted like a bunch of idiots. I'm gonna grab the 2-way radio. One of you ding dongs are gonna have to figure out which college you belong and what mascot. Figure that. Click.
I'm 30 fucking 2.
And then I tag in, you're never too old to go to college. And I
What the fuck does that mean?
Kevin,
Magna cum laude.
were you were looking into one more thing?
Yeah. So I'm first of all on our way up to the facility.
Yeah.
I'm texting Jesse on our burner phone where we trauma bond, which I established in chat and is now canon.
Yeah.
And I just text a quick message saying our contingency plan for my mother's care might need to come into effect. Please keep an eye on the news near Chicago.
Absolutely.
I'm in danger.
Honestly, I think Jesse was pretty smart. I think you could get a quick readout, it's funded by.
I'm just.
Yeah, I know.
No. All I'm asking is for I'm telling I have Jesse as my backup if something happens to me with Delta Green.
Okay.
That she'll take care of my mom. This has
Right.
nothing to do with that.
You're still going to get information, I feel.
Okay.
If you
cool.
if you guys are trauma bonded, you're gonna get here's some stuff I dug up, just searching on the web if you haven't already.
Okay.
I'm sure you already have. I don't want to flavor your own conversation, but basically built 2 years ago and run by Dr. Jamie Campbell, various others, and seems like the current research and engineering team were directly related in the construction. They're in all the pictures for the news article, from the groundbreaking to the official opening, and they get their power directly from Con Edison. There's a industrial strength line going underground.
Okay. Two
So
more things.
yeah, sure.
Number one, I would have reached out to my dark web contact before I text Jesse to say, I need you to set up routing for me so that I can't be traced. I'm going to use one of the burner accounts you gave me, and then I need you to scrub it clean. And then I'm going to use that account to look up everything that this company has publicly released, like anything that they've made, any sort of weapons or anything, like knowing that he's taken what he learned or what he was working on in the Air Force and now he's doing it in the private sector. I want to know what this company's done.
Sure. Make a.
I got one question. Is he looking this up on his laptop, or
No, on my
there,
phone.
or on your
No,
phone?
it's on my phone.
It was on. This is also on the way over. So yeah.
Yeah. I would also
Well,
be
I
checking
just-
the signal to see if it's dying as we go closer.
It's getting a little
Because
spotty.
Smith would have kind of glanced over after the phone call, kind of keeping an eye on him to see if he did stop or not.
Oh no.
Would I be able to notice if he stopped?
Are you doing this like in any
I don't-
clandestine way? But
Yeah,
I feel like
I don't think I'm hiding it. I don't think I'm hiding it.
you know, it's not like, you know, the hacker hunch when you're doing something extra illicit on the internet. But like, yeah, he's working. He continues to
Yeah.
click away at his phone, and
Is this while we're driving, or are we stopped?
this is while you're driving.
While you're driving, yeah.
Smith's gonna grab the phone, or try to grab the phone.
I do want to answer
before.
Jonah when he says you all have to come up with a mascot in a university. Mel goes, Dubuque University, Smarty for the win.
What's in
You-
Dubuque?
Spartan.
Of all the
Sorry?
colleges.
Okay. All right.
Dubuque University.
Where's
Uh,
Dubuque again?
It's in Iowa, my bud.
Okay.
Like 3 hours away from Chicago.
All right, pause this
All
for a
right.
moment. Smith, you're trying to grab Kevin's phone.
Yeah,
No.
like forcibly grab it if he has to.
Yeah, the forcibly resisting.
Yeah, you guys can make a quick brawl check.
Would it just be unarmed, or?
Oh yeah, oh sorry,
It's unarmed
unarmed.
in this, yeah.
Yeah, my brain
Okay.
sometimes gets stuck in Call
Was
of
that-
Cthulhu.
Was I supposed to level up my stats, like roll for stuff that I had done? last time?
Anything you had failed, you'd add a d4 to.
Yeah, I didn't do that. Yet.
So
okay.
that's the also thing. If anyone makes a roll and they fail in a skill, you mark it and then you add it. So you were very successful last time, unfortunately. Now you can mark the skill. Oh, never mind. So John's getting a bit of a you get a good grip on it, but Kevin
Tug of war.
you can't. Yeah, it's like a tug of war thing rather than being able to snatch it away and
Give me my fucking phone back. What are you doing? Drive. Focus on driving. They're already onto us.
Yeah, you are.
You know better than this, and whatever you
do.
think you're doing to cover yourself is not going to work.
Yes,
Just
it
stick
is.
to the job, do your part, and we'll be done with it. Unless you want to lose all your YouTube again.
I'd rather lose my YouTube than die.
If you keep doing this, either way,
Are you gonna shoot me?
just letting you know.
See, this is what happens when you don't
And he'll-
watch Muppet
he's just gonna-
Treasure Island with me.
He will let go, but
You need to have like some balance in like the piece that you need. Like
All right.
we should have just watched it together.
I
We've
get
all
it.
been calm.
I get it, but is it Treasure Island that you like, or is it the Muppets that you like? Because there's a better Treasure Island
First of
movie
all-
out there. I promise.
First of all, watch yourself. Nobody.
Having it. We can hear
First
you
of all-
screaming, first of all, from this car. Can you all keep it down?
First of all, you do not talk about Muppet Treasure Island that way. There is no other movie that's better than Muppet Treasure Island.
Have
It
you
is
seen the
Treasure
Eddie
Island.
Izzard Treasure Island? Have
I
you
don't
seen it?
care. I don't care because you know why? This Muppet Treasure Island is the best Muppet Treasure Island. Do you know why?
I'm assuming you're gonna say because fucking Tim Curry's in it.
Of course, fucking Tim Curry is in it. He's the best reason. He's the only reason. The Muppet Treasure Island is the best Muppet Treasure Island movie. It's the best Treasure Island movie ever.
I think Rizzo would disagree. The rat is
Rizzo
adorable.
hasn't come back, has he? In a long time. He's disappeared. You need to give Rizzo up. I have.
Oh my god. This changed to something entirely new.
just I was gonna like, oh, let's explore some horror here, but my goodness, what happened to Rizzo? But I will say, Kev, even as you're kind of like fighting and pulling it away, you're gonna give some like public. You wanted to know what they're doing publicly.
It was just publicly. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't going deep.
Yeah, absolutely. They have ties to the extensive ties to the U.S. military and to other USAF contractors like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. It's a subsidiary of a much larger and more enigmatic company that you can just get the March Technologies Incorporated logo, which seems to mainly deal in computers and flight navigations.
See, it's just fucking Google, Mr. John Smith.
But
I'm just gonna keep quiet and just drive.
Yeah, driving up, you do see you will see a gray-haired African-American woman, like stick thin and steely eyes behind a pair of spectacles. She will kind of almost excitedly wave at you all, and this through just a basic run over of news articles literally must be Dr. Jamie Campbell.
All right. I guess so. We're pulling up next to them. Dr. Lauder is going to come out and smile. Just honestly, someone's happy to see her and someone's nice. So Dr. Lauder is going to just smile, walk over, and hold out a hand. What was the character's name, really quick?
Dr. Jamie Campbell, MD.
Oh yeah! Fuck yeah, Jamie, we're MDs together. Yeah, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna shake her hand. Dr. Campbell, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here. And so glad it's an honor for you. I didn't get your names. They didn't provide them.
Question about normal procedure for this. We don't give our real names, right?
You have a cover identity. It can be whatever you like, but it could also literally be Dr. Lauder from the Department of Energy if you want it to be.
They could look that up. That's too easy.
All right, yeah. These are thrown together pretty fast, though, so it's going to be some kind of like variation on the spelling, or like could be a little bit easier. Something that you would easily like pick up and, Yeah.
My name is Dr. Lauder with a T.
Dr. Lauder, it is a pleasure to have you with us, and I'm glad they sent around an actual doctor. Sometimes, they just send some people to sniff around. I'm down talking in the Department of Energy, but this is my baby, and, I just, want to make sure we're all, everyone's happy.
That's
Especially
my
the
job.
department. And she'll go over to everybody else. Hello, Dr. Campbell. Dr. Campbell. Kind of just quickly going down and nodding if you all say your names at all.
Mel Sanchez. That's my name.
Mel Sanchez. Okay.
You're like, stop her. You're like,
Yeah.
look at me.
Mel Sanchez. That's it.
Are you one of the interns I've heard about?
Yes, I am one of the interns. As you can tell, with this very big lab coat that it has to be from school. Other than that, why would I be wearing a stupid ass lab coat that doesn't fit, right?
Dr. Lauder is going to lean in. She's a bit eccentric, but she is a steel trap of a mind.
I wouldn't doubt it. Well, I'd be happy to take you all through a basic tour of the facility, let you look things over. Of course, we do ask that you exercise caution when around the more delicate instruments. I understand you do have to oversee things, but I'd be happy to show you through the main building, and then, we could take a brief look into the atrium, though there's a lot of work in there. As well, I could take you to the security hut as well if you have concerns about that.
I'm going to need to see every place on my checklist just to get through it, just to make sure, I can
Absolutely,
bring
yeah.
it back.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my biggest concern, I would love to check out the sanitation areas that you have for washing, especially in terms of chemicals, any radiation chambers that people go to and from. I would love to check out your suits to make sure they're in standard order. Honestly, my team behind me is exceptional at what they do. Each one would be able to make sure it's up to standard with me.
Well, great news. First spot's the clean room.
Fantastic.
And she'll start heading off to the right side of the main building.
Actually,
Right
if
there.
I may, do you have a security room? Do you have proper security in terms of how you guard this?
Yes, we have a security team through Breckenridge Corporate Security.
Yes. Actually, my associate, and Lauder's going to turn to Jonah, is an old hand at some of the more military training. He is an exceptional talent. He is going to make sure that the security, especially the camera area, has the proper ability to make sure things aren't leaving the lab, make sure that things are staying put.
Sure, absolutely.
Also,
Well,
if there's any sort of external force that has caused your power fluctuations, I should be able to determine that from the security room. So,
sure. Just give me 1 second. I can show you through the workshop and the main building here. And if you want to go to the security hut, she's going to go to a small little radio and just. Evan, could you come out here? And I need you to show our guests around the security areas. And there will be a brief delay, and eventually out will come a 42-year-old wiry Caucasian guy in a lab coat. More form-fitting, but not very form-fitting. Not very well-fitting, kind of like Mel's. He's support staff. He's like, hello. Hello, Dr. Campbell. He'll look over the group. I'm Evan Kozak. I can take whoever needs to go to the security hut and speak with Officer Henson. And-
that'll be me.
Jim Henson, who made Muppets Treasure Planet, works here? Jim Henson?
What?
No, I don't think so. I think you should tell her that joke, though.
That was out of character. That was
Oh,
clean.
okay. All right, fine.
Perfect.
No.
Lauder doesn't make jokes like that. They make jokes like, I could use more wine. That's their joke. That's her joke.
Evan, why don't you come with me to the security room?
Okay. Well, he'll walk off, bringing you around the other side of the building. And Campbell will kind of
Kevin
nod.
follows, but is like muttering under his breath, "We're in danger," with just a smile on his face.
Mm-hmm. And Dr. Campbell will clap her hands. All right, the rest of you, right through here, and she'll take you around to the door. Would anyone like to start first?
Why? Yeah, I don't know. I already talked, so someone else like to take the wheel.
So we're gonna go into the clean room, right?
You're going through the clean room first, yes.
We're gonna examine the suits and stuff.
There's
trying
like-
to get a lay of the land.
Yeah, you're going into the main building. There will be a map.
I have in the car put on a voice-activated voice recorder that I'm going to activate at the moment by saying my secret word, Tim Curry.
You said it. It's been on and off actually a few times since the
Yeah,
car
'cause,
ride.
like, somebody
there's,
is,
little
like-
moments.
Yeah, because like arguments about why Tim Curry being in Muppet Treasure Island is the best. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
there's
like,
probably an argument between us about like Muppet Treasure Island versus Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
So it's been said a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
First group. Who wants to go? Security or sorry, was the main workout main building or security hub?
Let's do main building first.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Because I think we'll get more narratively. Let's
Oh,
go.
doubting the security hut.
No, I mean like an overview.
Oh, I hear you. You
Like,
doubt the security hut's power.
No,
Alright.
I'm saying security hut has more power. That's why we got to start with the smaller thing first. and
Never
then we
doubt,
get to the big
never
shit.
doubt security stations. We've gotten a lot of good information from security
Get
stations.
in there!
True.
Get
So-
in there!
That's true.
You can go. You enter into the workshop. There are 2 clean rooms set up, and a number of desks, and equipment set around here for washing down and standard. I don't necessarily know all the parts of a clean room, but this is a clean room.
There's hazmat suits there, right?
Yes,
Cool.
they don't seem to be used very often.
All right. Cool. So I'm gonna state my intention just for the group. I don't think I should, unless you want me to keep talking and take the lead on the cleaner area. It's up to you guys. But I was gonna go check out the suits.
I'm also gonna just like walk around and see if I can find anything that stands out.
Sure. There's a door.
reporting.
There's a door beyond that goes into the rest of the building.
I'm going to go through it.
Yeah.
I'm going to look around
Well,
first.
Jamie,
make sure.
Dr. Campbell is going to kind of be giving a tour.
I see.
So, this is of course our clean room, our equipment. Feel free to look that over as you like. But through these doors, and she'll indicate where you were about to head off, Mel, is the rest of the lab, our doctors, our offices, a main entry, closet. But yeah, the lab and our computers are primarily here to analyze the data that we get from the array.
Would it be something that I could look into? I'm very interested in, as part of my studies.
Absolutely, we'll be heading over there soon.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh well, you're going to love it when you meet Dee.
These sounds fun.
Dee is one of the best employees I think I've ever had.
Oh, exciting.
And Dr. Campbell will look to you. Dr. Lauder, and
With a T.
Dee is our supercomputer.
I'm not going to say a word.
It'll be a fun surprise. I love it when it happens. Anyway, you're free to look over the workshop you're in.
May I ask you a question, Dr. Campbell?
Oh, of course, that's what you're here to do.
Of course. What's standard procedure for the use of the hazmats walking into more radiation-heavy zones?
We don't have much radiation exposure here, actually. A lot of the array is contained and well articulated before we even turned it on.
I see.
And before the little power fluctuation, everything was running quite smoothly.
I see. And do you have any engineers who are currently working on why that power fluctuation may have happened? I'm assuming you absolutely must have, since this is going to go in your reports and such.
Yes, well, our 2 engineers currently on staff are Dr. Ishii Takagawa, who I believe is either on the array or in his office, which we will see. But additionally, Evan Kozak is a qualified engineer. We are quite sure it must have been something outside the facility, though.
Of course, I'm sure it was. We just have to be thorough.
Mm.
Mhm. So we can all get home to our new season of Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Do you love it? I love it.
I do love it. I will say Orange County is my favorite, though.
Okay. Yeah, difficult. I was more of an Atlanta.
Atlanta was fun. I don't think they hit their stride yet, though. Secondarily, actually, just while we're on the subject of hitting our stride, Ishii Takagawa, since he interacts, most with pronouns are he, him, right? Or no?
Yes.
Since he interacts most with the project, I'm sorry, I'm not really a physics person either.
Mhm.
I'm here to be a physician. However, I do need to do a brief checkup with the doctor to make sure that everything is okay, to make sure that any kind of close proximity is good to go. It's unfortunately because of some prior lawsuits that have happened with this technology before it became private, when it was still public. We just need to make sure, as the government, that we are doing to our utmost, avoiding any kind of. You're a bureaucrat just as much as I am. You understand what I'm saying.
Of course. Evan was mentioning Dr. Takagawa was feeling a bit woozy a little bit when the surge happened. So I think it'd be fine if you wanted to check on his condition. But apparently he's all fine. He might be still resting it off, though.
Of course.
We'll find him, I'm certain. There's not that much room to run around here.
Definitely.
And if you're satisfied, we can move on.
What's John up to? How is he doing?
He is actually just kind of taking in like the whole area, kind of trying to spot like inventory, like chemicals, electronics, things that are kind of around. And he's just listening, and he's being nice, quiet, smiling, and just kind of nodding when he's kind of taking the cue, like he's listening, but he's really just surveying the things around him. Because the doctor seems to really have this handled. And maybe a certain Muppet Treasure Island person has given John the wrong impression to everyone else and doesn't want to ruin that.
All right.
Okay. In that case, before we leave, well, we are still in here, as everyone's beginning to walk away, Lauder, without the doctor seeing, it's going to stay behind and take the pen out, flip it in the air. Turk, does it land on heads or tails?
Penny?
Yeah. Flip it in the air, just land on heads or tails.
Heads.
I'm going to write it down. I'm going to flip it a second time.
Heads.
Third time.
Tails.
Yep. I'm going to nod, write down the results, and put it away. Turk, do you know what I'm doing?
I know what you're doing.
Use it as you will, baby. And I'm going to walk away. I'm going to follow the group.
Don't like that.
Anyway.
To be fair, I explained very early what I was doing. In one moment, I did say what I was doing.
Anyway, before anyone has too much time to think, you make your way through the door into what appears to be a fairly standard, tiled hallway. The first two doors, she quickly brushes past. A closet, storage mostly. It also has a door to the other side. Not much of interest there. The main entry, we have our areas to lay down or sit at a table, just relax if need be, and that's when you actually will notice on one of the couches appears to be a curled up older Japanese-looking gentleman. Oh, I suppose there's Dr. Takagawa.
Is he asleep? You can come back later.
He might be. Why don't we come back later and see if he gets up? There's a lot of work to be done, and our beds aren't exactly the most comfortable, so I wouldn't blame him grabbing a couch with the days we've had.
Go ahead.
Before we walk away, I would stay back a little bit. I'm gonna throw a penny at him. At the sleeping man.
Turk, is it heads or tails?
You can't see from this distance, but it definitely hits a head. As Takagawa kind of stirs slightly and grips at his...
I do not look at him. I pretend I didn't throw it.
And seems to just oh no, rather, he doesn't reach for his head. He doesn't move at all.
Oh, Mel? Could you get me a cup of coffee while you're in there? Be sure not to wake anybody up.
Sure. And I do go in with mixed feelings because I don't know if it was wake him up or don't wake him up. So we'll see. Got it.
You enter and it is a sleeping approximately 60-year-old, fit man on the couch there. You can't get coffee.
I'm going to drop some books from the table just to see if that would wake him up.
Nope.
I'm gonna pour hot water on his pants. No, he's dead.
Do you want to check his pulse or anything else?
I do want to check his pulse.
Because you can see his body, like, breathing.
Hot water on the pants?
That should wake a person up. That's not great. I am going to check for a pulse, just in case. But,
You can find a pulse quite easily. It's slow and steady.
Yeah, that's not good.
But, yeah. You can make a first aid check if you want. But all you can tell right now is he's alive.
All right. Well, that's not great. I'm going to push him on the ground so that it makes a lot of noise. And then hopefully the others will come back. Like
pushing him off the couch?
Yep. So that it makes a loud noise.
He does not make a noise.
No, I mean like the noise.
Oh, the
dropping.
thud. Okay, yeah. The rest of you will hear a thud.
And I'm like, oh my god! Oh, just to draw people's attention to come back.
Yeah, Campbell will start heading back.
I don't know what happened. He grabbed my cup and like hot water fell all over him and he fell on the ground and I don't know what's happening.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And she'll step over and like try to, get him up or see if he's moving. He's still
Let me take a look at him.
fine. Yeah, first aid roll because otherwise it's just basic medical information.
Coming in with a first aid roll. Let's see if we did this.
Yeah, I don't think I have a good first aid roll, so.
As I kneel down to the body, I know that does Dr. Campbell have their back turned to the door?
Which door? There's no door to come in here.
There's no door to come into the
main.
house?
Yeah, well, there is a outside door.
Yeah, so we came in a door to get in here, right?
You came, so I can draw your path really quick.
The path.
This way.
Yeah, so we came that way.
Yeah.
So, great. That area is Dr. Campbell's back to it.
Yes.
John, are you behind us?
Yeah, he'd be.
Up to you. I'm trying to make an opening.
No, yeah, that's definitely where. Because he's observing, so yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
Behind the whole action going on.
If I'm just leaving an opening, if your
No,
character
you're
run around.
that's definitely where he more ideally is.
Perfect. In that case, I will do a first aid and I will try and draw the attention of the doctor.
Sure.
All right, let's do some first aid, folks.
So many options.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh, hey, 2%.
That is a success. You will be able to determine that he seems perfectly healthy and shows no signs of concussion or neurological damage, but you also can tell he's not asleep. There's no slowed breathing or hyper eye movement indicating deep sleep. This man is awake, but he is unconscious. Or
Like he's been knocked unconscious?
well, he's not asleep, but he's unconscious.
Yeah, so he's been knocked unconscious.
He doesn't show any sign of contusion or concussion or other.
He's like in a coma.
No. Well, yeah, effectively.
He's like he's awake, but he's asleep. Is that what
I guess,
we're trying to...
I'm going to unhinge my jaw and scream if we keep doing this. I need an answer.
He shows no signs of concussion or neurological damage.
Cool.
He is breathing as if he is awake, and just shows no hyper eye movement.
Do we have the dulcimeter on us?
Yeah, that's on you.
Can I use it on him? I would like to see if there's. That's to measure radiation levels, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, the Geiger
Yeah.
counter would also tell you that, but yeah.
One of the two. I'd like to use. I feel like I don't know who has it. Is my thing. I probably have the first aid kit, but I don't know about anything else.
Dulcimeter will not return any indications of radiation.
Okay, so not asleep.
While this is going on,
I'm saying it out loud,
yes.
so
Yeah.
for everybody.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
John just wants to kind of like watch Campbell's movement and reaction to kind of like suss her out pretty much. See she's upstanding or kind of worried.
Do you have psychotherapy?
Just the base 10. I have human int, but
Human would be more things she says. Well, how much is your human? 50, right?
it's 50.
She seems tense. Like, this day is already pretty bad, and this happening is like, she's extra now, like, but she's very concerned with her staff member.
All right, that's all I need to know right now.
Okay. There's nothing else for the moment. I think we should jump really quick to the security hut. So yeah, security hut, small building, off to the side, effectively, has a landline, bank of video screens, a monitor, and a keyboard, and there is a woman there who kind of gets up out of her desk, mid 40s, seems physically active, but definitely retired, something or other, to have a position like this, and she'll, oh, hello, how can I help you? And Evan will, these are our friends from the Department of Energy. They're just here to examine their security systems.
Yeah, we'll want to look at security systems and any sort of footage you have of the power fluctuations that have been going on.
Sure, yeah. I mean, there's something, right? Evan, sure. Evan, why don't you wait outside? I'll return your guests to you when they're done interrogating me, and I'll interrogate them back. And Evan will kind of nod and... All right. Yeah. I can definitely let you look things over a little bit, but honestly, I don't think you're gonna see anything. Power fluctuating off a sound is just like a crack of thunder, or white electrical flash,
Well, you never know. We'll take a look. My associate here is pretty good at finding things.
Okay. And she'll kind of get up and offer you the computer.
Kevin is internally wondering what exactly he's supposed to be looking into. But handler for that.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable are the two tiers of employees that we've encountered at our presence? So we've encountered like people that are in charge, and we've encountered people that they answer to. How uncomfortable are those two levels with us being there looking into things? I'm asking for a vibe check.
Yeah, I'd say vibe-wise, you're not getting too much tension off of anybody. Evan seems to be nervous around in general, like answering both to his superiors and you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, beyond that, everyone else is, totally fine. This is routine. No one's really felt this is weird other than that guy at the gate who didn't like you.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him. So I guess I would look. I just get on the computer without talking because I've already made myself the bumbling intern situation, being in that car. So I would like to start looking up security footage.
Yeah,
from
you can access for the
that
past
particular time.
Past 72 hours. It extends back. So absolutely, you can start it when the array started as well.
While Kevin is doing that, I'd like to pull aside the person who is still in the room.
Officer Henson.
Officer Henson, do you mind if I ask you a few questions over here?
Oh, sure thing. We can just stay here. It's a small building. Again.
Well, I wouldn't want our talking to interrupt my friend here.
No, all right. Touchy.
Those egghead types.
Hmm.
Anyway, you military? What branch?
Not former military for me. Chicago PD.
Oh, thank you for your service. And that's just kind of bullshit questioning, and the answer will go on for a while. Main purpose is to get them away from the computer screens. And
Yeah, well, I mean, you can know there are 4 guards on 12-hour shifts, two at a time. One security hut, and one at the gate. And standard procedure, if there is someone trying to break in or something going wrong, it's to meet up, establish that what they both believe to be going wrong, and then handle it. But she says we have a direct line to the other buildings in the facility, as well as this phone can reach our Breckenridge supervisors at the Chicago office. But we don't have landlines leading out here to anywhere domestic or abroad, I guess.
All right. Yeah, the main point of that, I mean, I guess good that I got extra information, but main point of that was to give Kevin a little
Absolutely.
bit of room to do what he
What's your human at? Oh, yeah, also.
No, go ahead. Finish.
Human. No? Never mind then. If it's not good.
It's 10.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, Kevin.
So here's what I'm gonna start looking into things, and hopefully the answers will kind of lead me on a path.
Sure.
The first thing I want to look for is security footage from as big a picture as possible. So like multiple cameras.
Yep.
For the specific for 10 a.m. for when that happened.
10 a.m. The nothing notable up until 10 a.m. At 10, the video is static for a few seconds.
Okay.
What's your computer science at?
My computer science is at 60.
Yeah. The static kind of stands out to you because if there was no signal, there shouldn't be an image. There should be no image or blank frames. Static means electromagnetic interference. But before and after, there's really nothing strange occurring. Video continues. Sorry, they put it in military time. So 14:23:08. The video shows the array staffers at work. Researchers are in the lab or in their offices. Engineers spend their time primarily in the lab, in their office, or in the atrium inspecting the machinery. The IT specialist spends hours in the lab, obsessively watching a single computer screen and occasionally typing. She appears to be slightly like, of everyone you see, this appears to be like the youngest person on staff. Video feeds turn to static for a few seconds at 11:05 as you're 11:05:47, 12:11:34, 13:17:21, and 14:23:08. Just as you're watching, there's occasional turns to static.
What was the last one? So 11:05:47, 12:11:27, 14:17:31,
21, and 14:23:08. At 15:28:55, the feed goes black. The power surge must have knocked out the cameras. So the only weird thing is the black screen still shows that same static interference for a few seconds, even though it should in theory be knocked out. 15:50:58, the video feed resumes as power clearly has been returned to the facility. From that time onward, you notice that Dr. Takagawa, one of the engineers, whose body had been at the array before the power outage, has now been moved from the engineer's office and then to the main entry couch, and does not move as far as you observed.
From the power surge, before to after, moved. The power surge is when he became immobile.
Power surge. He was in the array, standing up just fine. Power surge. He's in the he's in the main room. Also, you'll notice that you're missing an employee. One of the doctors is just not present on any film.
You don't have. Wait. So I haven't seen them at all.
No. So you're seeing them up into the surge, and now they are gone. Like they were in the lab, or kind of like midway point the array. You have them on camera. Power cuts out. They're disappeared.
Okay, so I clock that employee and get a description in my head so that I can bring them up later.
Mm-hmm.
I specifically want to know the power surge, or I'm sorry, the time of the static immediately afterward. The first one, 11:05:47, which would theoretically be around the same time as I had the dream and woke up from it.
You get the call. You got the call at 11. You woke up at 10.
Woke up at 10.
Yeah.
So there's nothing at 10 o'clock that happened on these cameras.
10 o'clock, they turn on the array.
Oh, okay. So when the cameras turned on at 10 o'clock, then at the very beginning, I want to know if anyone on the cameras, like any person, is also exhibiting signs of having an event.
No one appears to be doing anything out of the ordinary. It's just a group of scientists. You see the engineers activating. They're all in the lab. They hit a few buttons, and there's some nerd celebration stuff that you see right out of NASA.
Okay.
Like some shaking hands and patting on backs and.
Any camera feeds that are out of the ordinary, or that don't seem like they're camera feeds of a normal thing that I would expect to see in a facility like this. Keep in mind, this is the security room, so I feel like it should have cameras on like classified rooms and areas, at least to the door to get into them.
There isn't any oddity that you can detect reviewing this film. The only thing is that there is another few seconds of interference just before you guys arrived. 16:34:42.
Okay.
And then that's about it.
Last question I'll ask: is there any on this computer? Is there any sort of schematic that will tell me how to get to the main power line that's coming in here?
To this room specifically?
Nope, to the facility.
To the facility. You're going to note that is an industrial strength line coming underground from the north.
From the north? But is there any indication of how to get to where it comes into the building?
I don't believe so. I think they're going to...
I'll tip my hat. I want to know if I can cut all of the power off in one place, if necessary.
A lot of the wiring is underground. There will be you can kind of see a general layout of the buildings, and if you really kind of see, there's a few spots where you can maybe fill with some wires or like unscrew something if you want to, potentially zap your hand. But it's one for each building. But the array is specifically like on its own secure thing. That's not going to be a hit a button, turn off. That's going to be several fail checks.
Okay,
fail-safes.
got it.
So, I need to know, what's everyone doing now? Because that has taken about 30 minutes. It is now 5:30.
Currently, I am bent over the good engineer person, and is trying to figure out what is happening here.
You cannot make sense of it. Your friend your fellow agent has done a thorough first aid check and doesn't seem to be able to offer you a reasonable medical response.
Is there on where the hot water was dumped on?
Yeah.
Does it look like there's burning
Yeah.
I'm going to like rip the thing up, like his pants a little bit.
Yeah, you burned him.
All right. If you can hear me, I do apologize for lying, but I'm
Well-
whispering this to him so that because I lied about the whole.
You can talk about it under your breath because until you guys are moving on. Dr. Campbell, we should just move him back up onto a different couch. That'd probably be best for now. I don't. We can have a
I'm
medical
sorry.
staff on the way or something. I don't know.
Do you need help carrying him? Because I can do it.
Why don't we wait for their medical staff to come in?
All right.
You know what? Do it. Carry him.
Yeah, I am gonna carry him.
Carry
because I have, as a distinguishing figure, distinguishing whatever, weird upper body strength. So I am going to weirdly carry this poor man back onto the couch so that he can chill there.
I hope wherever he is, he feels that warmth of your hug.
That
Like, I got you.
and that
Mhm.
apology of like, I'm sorry, I burnt your thigh.
I feel
Okay.
feels close to
So you can set Dr. Takakawa on another couch, and she'll. Well, whew, that's certainly unfortunate, but why
Does
don't
this
we?
happen a lot?
No. Though to be fair, it's our first time activating the array, so something to look into, I suppose. But I assure you, everything was perfectly safe. Most likely an unrelated issue.
Hey.
So,
We'll lead
shall we
on the way.
continue? Yes. She'll. I'm sorry about the lack of coffee, by the way. You can go to the kitchen over there. But here we have the engineer's office. Evan and Dr. Takagawa would be here, most likely, if they weren't at the array. But of course, well. Then she continues on. Bathroom is here. If you need to check sanitation, though I don't think really that's your department. And then she turns. This is our two researchers. So you're going to see two desks inside. One of them is basically spotless, like doesn't appear to even really be used. She points. This is Dr. Klinger's desk, and the other one you see a portly Caucasian man, kind of like more pudgy than portly, kind of a salt and pepper beard and thin hair over on his desk as he's appears to be looking over an absolute madhouse of like notes and scraps. Campbell kind of turns to you with an apologetic. He's Dr. Black is one of our top researchers, and you see he'll kind of turn and no, never mind. Sorry, I thought I recognized you all. It's probably just some deja vu. Hello. He'll get up and wipe some ink stains and stuff. He's not wearing a lab coat at the moment, and he'll come over and shake everyone's hand. Dr. Philip Black, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance for the first time. And he looks kind of like his salt and pepper thin hair is like kind of wild, a little like Albert Einstein if he was losing more hair. I'm almost kind of imagining like a Guillermo del Toro, but like science-y.
Yeah.
And he'll look over to you, sorry, who are you all? And Campbell will step in. They're with the Department of Energy. They're here to look things over, make sure we're all running compliance, and see about the power surge. And they're here to confirm that's nothing on our end, like we hypothesized. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I'll be here then. If you need to ask me questions or something. I think you asked me. No. And he'll kind of turn.
I'm sorry. What was that you said at that last minute? That last moment?
Oh, I'll be here if you need to ask me anything.
After that, just a little after that.
Oh, don't listen to me. I'm the kooky scientist here. Nothing. Like I said, deja vu.
I was supposed to meet a D.
Oh, D. Oh, yeah, down the hall.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Alright,
just
well-
make sure Sang isn't making out with it.
What?
Campbell, he goes, Dr. Black, no. Have some, and he just kind of appears to be lost in his notes. I'm sorry, Dr. Black is one of our more eccentric workers.
Did he say someone was making out with D? Or did I hear that wrong?
One of our support staff, a brilliant Jingfei Sang, is our computer specialist and works extensively with D. And
You just allow people making out in your
they're not
company.
making out.
Oh, okay.
Follow me. This will clear up very shortly.
All right,
though
then.
though inter-office relationships are not restricted, they are heavily worked against or rather cautioned
They're
against.
not encouraged.
Exactly.
Basically.
And she'll walk past. You see another office is marked with her name on the left there, and there's just a closet to the right. And she'll open it up. It is what you enter into is the lab. It has a number of computers and a number of screens beyond. Think like a NASA launch kind of thing, only with a single row of desks. Along the ridge, you will, to the right, you are going to see basically, you're going to see like a 33-year-old, appears to be Asian appearing woman, just typing, looking over a computer screen as it reads out information and data to her.
I'm gonna go walk up to her and say, "You must be D, or the famous D I've been."
She looks in like, no. She points to the
sorry.
computer. This is D.
Oh, D the computer.
D the supercomputer.
The supercomputer. That's awesome.
Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, she is so awesome. I'm sorry. Are you here with the DOE?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I'm here as an intern, and I'm here to learn all about the array, and I'm basically just here for
Oh.
a ride, basically.
Well, it's a good ride. It's beautiful countryside, or forests and suburbs, really, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not. I'm mostly in here though, so I couldn't really comment on that. If you want to know more about the array, I'd probably ask Dr. Campbell, though. I mostly just work with D.
Actually, and Dr. Lauder is going to turn to Dr. Campbell. Could you tell us more about the array? Your employee makes an excellent point. We don't really know what we're getting into. It'll help us understand more where that fluctuation came from. What exactly does it do?
Well, it's a matter of studying the space and how do I put this? The laser in the atriums are built to detect changes in space-time that may indicate that space is, in a sense, illusory. Kind of like a projection in 3 dimensions of an underlying 2 dimension, like light shown through to create a hologram. So the computer analyzes data gathered by the lasers and presents the information comprehensively to us. That's D's job. And then we understand the information that D's putting together, which takes a bit more translation. But honestly, feels like sometimes D's so smart you can just ask it a question and get meaningful answers.
That sounds like an excellent idea. Why don't, one of us try it? Let's see it for ourselves, see how it works.
Oh, sure. I just ask you keep it relevant to your interests. We are still running, we are still working with a company, and we need to make sure research does not get leaked by outside parties.
Absolutely. We will keep it in the context of this investigation. And she is going to turn to the other two. Consider this a pop quiz. What would you ask? Would anyone like to go? Ask a question. Gonna turn to Campbell. It's a learning opportunity.
Of course.
Of course.
Do you have a fridge here?
And you'll see Jing Fei will kind of you have to talk into the microphone, and I can answer that. Yes. And Dr. Campbell will. You should have seen it in the kitchen.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen real quick.
Sure.
Okay.
Right through the door, and she'll point not to where you came from, but there appears to be another side door.
Awesome, thank you. And I.
Sorry,
please.
why do you need? Sorry, Jingfei, if you could just show them how D works. I'm sorry. Could we make sure she stays with group? There's only so many of us, and I don't know what she needs to the fridge. And
I think that she's just checking to validate that it's there. She gets very excited about these things. She'll be right
well,
back.
she didn't get the answer from D. I'm sorry. I don't mean to pick at it, but you have a very odd group, or at least that one is odd.
Yes. They just keep getting younger and younger. I mean, the mental ages of the people they let in.
Well, I'm going to go now, and she will hurry off.
Right. I hope that distracted her for long enough. I tried to draw her in as much as I could. Godspeed, soldier.
So quickly, what are you guys doing with D and Jingfei?
There is no longer a doctor in the room.
Well, there is still one in the room.
Different doctor.
Different doctor.
Just us in the room.
Yeah.
You, Jingfei, and D.
Okay, so there's someone else here.
Yeah, there's the 33-year-old. Gotta do something.
There's the 33-year-old who is one of the engineers who reads the data from D. Like, what is her role within the context of this organization, I guess? Like, what is her job with the numbers in D?
Jingfei is a information technology specialist, so she's there to interpret data and kind of assess the pieces of information they put together.
Okay. So I am going to, in that case, try and get a read on the energy fluctuations compared with her knowledge of the information technology. So it's going to be like the reports, different spikes. So if she's the one who's monitoring it, she might be able to answer like the specifics of what was going on, what she was doing, what the systems were doing at these times.
Sure. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about. You want to hear like what we picked up on the array, or sounds on the signal, or just like the fluctuation we had. D's backed up to I have the ID on a backup. Can't lose her.
Good.
What do you want to start with?
Why don't we start with some of the fluctuations and we can work our way out from there?
Sure. Yeah. So we turn it on and everything's fine. And there's some jittered, but the others were really excited. They were expecting white noise, right? And we didn't get that. It was like pulses. I could show you the charts, but I don't know if it. And she kind of like turns around and kind of just shows you a readout. It looks like a chart. Do anyone have science physics?
Do you? No.
Let me guess.
I have
Not a physics major.
I have biology and a little regular science. Maybe I took a 101. I don't.
No.
I dropped an apple on the head once. I don't know.
This just makes no sense to you. We did actually get an audio feedback that I had Dee create with the data. Even though, you know, it really doesn't have anything to do with sound. But she'll go and you want to hear it? Dee was brilliant. It was so great to be able to get this generated.
I'm gonna look over John. That sounds great. Let's hear it.
She'll turn around. Dee, could you please play the audio generated from the initial array's detection? And you're going to hear basically a series of atonal whistles of various high frequencies, punctuated by very low frequency pulses that are barely audible to human ears, but rattles the computer's speakers. And you kind of feel it like inside as well.
On my inside.
And looking at the data in front of you, if you're trying to even piece it together, you kind of feel like this connection, like the highs and the lows. You feel this pulse, like a and like something unseen and unknowable. So I need you both to make sanity checks.
What?
At least one of us escaped that fate.
Surprise.
One of us escaped that fate, and honestly, get out of here. You better run.
If I could make the noises myself, it would be something like.
Was it the theremin? Is that the thing?
It's kind of like a theremin, yeah, but with a more eerie, strange tone that honestly you wouldn't normally be able to hear. I see one success, two successes. You both only lose one sanity.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really weird, right? And she'll just kind of like turn it off as you both kind of like catch yourselves and feel like you return back to this pattern, this kind of like pulse of something beyond. And so yeah, got Dee to make those. Kind of weird with the data, right? Like sound itself represented. But really great to make sure that Dee can actually produce that kind of thing, like audio recordings and visuals and audio files of audio representations of data could be really useful. Beyond that, I mean, we got some phantom signals when the array went down the power grid, or whatever the hell it was. I assume there was a power grid failure. That'd be the only thing I could think of. But they're just weaker versions of the pulse, which I figure is just Dee not being able to detect it so fully because the laser was down and just continuing to interpret the data. But I don't know. I'm a little concerned that probably means there's a leak in the array after that fluctuation. That there's some kind of other energy making its way into the splitter or anything.
If I may, you said something very interesting about having a oral set of data said vocally that would be useful. How would that be useful? It's just tone.
It's good to know. I don't know. This feels right.
Just feels right.
Yeah. And also to make sure
I don't like this.
And also to make sure Dee could do it.
Okay. And this is the only time Dee has ever made this sound.
Well, yeah. Well, we just turned on the array, so.
For the first.
So like again, it's important because they thought they'd get white noise. Okay. And it's not. It's a pulse.
It's like a proper pulse.
Look, yeah, on the graph. Up, it raises and lowers, and with the underlying current of low notes. Yeah.
It looks so. As a physician, it looks like someone's heartbeat. Looking at a map, that is what I'm looking at.
I'd say I'd say through your
That's-
perspective, that would not be something unrealistic to say. That does not necessarily mean I'm confirming that, but I'd say with your knowledge, it could be accurate.
Oh my god.
That's how you I think your brain would most likely interpret that information, especially given that it was a slightly traumatic event for your mind.
I'm just saying that's what it sounds like to me as well. So,
There's two of us. We are in agreement. This
Okay.
is bad.
So as we're gonna pause that right there and jump over to Mel. What are you doing? Because as you get into the kitchen, you excuse me, you can hear behind you.
Oh, I'm going to rogue this bitch up while they're having a conversation about like, oh, Mel is really weird. Mel is gonna try really hard to like escape from the doctor and try to find a hiding place somewhere so that she can't be found, and then wait there until it's like trying to find the lasers by herself.
Okay, I just want to make sure you are aware of the logic that's been presented thus far, that the doctor is very concerned. It's a small staff, small facility.
Yeah,
Really doesn't want you running off on your own.
that's fine.
Okay. You can make me a hide. I believe there's a
Cool.
hide check.
I think it's just stealth.
It's just stealth. Yeah, perfect. Stealth against, yeah.
My stealth is so tiny. I don't know why I just decided to do this.
Make a roll.
I'm
Take a chance.
sure it'll be fine. Let's roll it.
You should push it.
Whoa.
How? I'm gonna push it. Let's push it.
Push it, baby.
Roll a second time. Yes, we'll get worse results.
Sure. Let's do it. Let's make this happen. I'm not a gremlin.
Saint's like, absolutely not.
So,
I have
roll
so
it
much
again,
fear.
right?
Yep, you roll it again.
Roll it again.
Give it a
And
second time.
then, all right. And it's still a failure.
You are
so-
going to get in and basically try and jump under one of the tables. Dr.
Right.
Campbell's going to walk over and just immediately, I'm sorry, excuse me, could you rejoin the group, please?
Oh, sorry, I just dropped this whole big, and then I open a can of, like,
You open it in front of Dr. Campbell.
yeah. I open it and spill it. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Neither do I. Could you please rejoin the group?
Sure.
Yeah, and she'll kind of like help move the table out of the way and like, if you could please, this way. She's waiting
Yeah.
for you to start walking.
Sure. How long have you been working here?
No, wait, rejoin your group, please.
Okay.
I don't know what you're doing, but I will be talking to your supervisor about this.
Sure. Do you want a soda?
I want you to please rejoin the group and to.
Okay.
All right, and are you going?
Sure.
Like actually, yes, or like
I'm gonna say sure, but I'm also gonna hit her over the head.
what?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
With what? May I ask?
Oh, with what? Anything I can find nearby.
You're in a kitchen. In
Oh,
like
then a plate.
there's not that kind of kitchen.
Oh. What's
Off it.
around that I could use to hit her over the head with?
Microwave.
Yeah, I guess, but like you'd have to
Alright,
walk over to get it. You were under a table.
Oh. Can I get like a nearby chair or something?
You could try and hit someone with a plastic chair. That would be a close
Sweet.
combat roll.
Sweet. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. This is a choice.
It is a choice. Close combat.
Unless you feel there is a more relevant skill to
Um,
hitting someone over the head with a chair that you just met.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything.
I will give you an option to reconsider your choice in this moment.
You know that's a really bad thing for anybody to tell me.
Okay?
Can I just use my normal strength? Or
It's
where's my close? I don't have close combat.
It's
It's
unarmed combat.
unarmed
Unarmed
Oh, sweet.
combat.
melee weapon.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, melee weapon. There you go. Melee weapon.
Isn't sorry, just clarifying for myself because I thought isn't an improvised thing unarmed though?
Yeah, I think.
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I have 40% on my unarmed.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna try and roll it.
all right.
Cool.
That does not guarantee an instant knockout, however.
It's fine. Oh, look, it's a success.
You successfully hit that person over the chair. By God, a chair shot.
Yep.
You can roll I guess a D4.
Sweet.
I was not prepared with chair statistics today.
How do you do just a normal D4
Just slash R 1D4, or you can go to the slash R space 1D4.
Nope, that's not what I did. Just slash 1d4?
Backslash R 1D4.
That's what I
Or I can just roll it for you real quick.
Yes, please.
1. Yeah, that's not gonna knock a human out.
Sweet.
She's gonna and is just going to like scream. We're gonna jump over because both of you guys are gonna hear that, and then the security team is going to hear that. You're gonna see the officer hear that, and then turn to you, who's looking over the camera footage, and then she's gonna. What the fuck are they doing in there? What the fuck did you bring with you? And is gonna run out of the office.
Got her out of the office.
Leaving us alone?
Yeah. She has to handle the threat. The plan is to,
Meet up. Yep, got it. Hey, so I have something I'd like to do, Keeper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I
I
access
feel like I
personnel
did
files from
something
here?
right.
Yes. I'd say you absolutely can.
I'm talking about the deep personnel files because, like, if this is a security company for a company that works with Boeing and Lockheed Martin, they're going to have a lot of information on the people they're guarding.
You'd be able to guess this is mostly just for security stuff, and then they'd have files on immediate personnel in this facility.
Okay, so there's no way that I can access that from this computer, even if I randomly had, like, a satellite uplink USB in my pocket to have a hacker dial in.
Well, that sounds much more plausible.
Kevin, is what you're doing important?
I think it is, yeah. I think it's actually really important. I think this is going to be something we really need.
Okay. I'm going to bar the door then.
You honestly can just like lean against it, because you're gonna like you're not even gonna get a bump because you can see that your buddy Evan is also gonna be running in the facility. This is paycheck in there.
We're alone.
But yeah. What do you?
So if you, I'm willing to burn as many of my points as I need for this for my bond.
Mm-hmm.
To have them help me. I want to know I want to look in the personnel files to get information on who is the most influential person that can help make something happen within this organization, like within this compound.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to go as deep into their personnel profile as quickly as I can to find out whatever sort of like dirt that they might have on him or them.
So like, just for immediate personnel, the person in charge is Dr. Jamie Campbell, MIT graduate, MIT physicist.
In charge of the project or in charge of the facility?
The array and the project.
Okay, so like big dog is Jamie. Okay, got
Jamie, and above her is the executives that she reports to.
Right, which we're not going to get to. Okay, so I want dirt that I can use against them at some point.
Sure.
You don't have to give me exactly, just if I get it or not. That's all I want to know.
Seems to honestly just be kind of like a bit of a nerd. Nothing really dirty. Just workaholic. Works.
Any details I shouldn't know is what I'm looking for.
Oh, anything you shouldn't know. She's had immediately after writing it, she's had a number of communications sent out to her executives reporting her findings with a like big thumbs up to keep recording, because, you know, that's very important. They need you to keep the recording going, keep the laser array on, no matter what. Like, just keep it on as much as you can to continue the study. And, you know, she's, you know, obviously very ecstatic because they proved this theory that it's like some kind of more ordered feeling to space.
Mel, would you have shared that you have a photographic memory?
Yes.
I start scribbling down as many names of people that she has written to as I possibly can.
Sure.
On a piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I get that down, I'm done here. I got what I needed.
Where do you want to go?
I don't think they're going to like us here. We should probably find out why there's screaming going on. Why the security's running. I don't know if you know this, but I can't really protect myself, so...
Oh, I got music.
I got you. Don't worry.
Will you be my big, strong man?
I'll be your big, strong man. For edification, because I haven't brought this up, I just have like a luggage suitcase that I've been carrying around.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
Yeah.
So you guys can head in, and I think it'll be a great time for all the groups to converge, as I'm going to save a lot of just shouting at you, Mel, but Dr. Campbell is just absolutely laying into you and backing away and like freaking out as security is going to come, and like it's honestly like immediately, you know, there's no like hands on guns, but like is going to get you and like grab you and move to pin you.
I'm going to be screaming as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be screaming as well, and I'm going to be shouting, I don't know what's happening. There's so much loudness, and I'm going to be screaming.
Remind me, my brain is stuck in Call of Duty, and I don't want to pull up someone's sheet. Is that a fast talk in this case? Or...
I
don't
know.
think fast talk's a thing. Persuade could be it, yeah. Or
like a deception.
I don't believe there's a deception.
I think persuade's the closest.
Persuade, but I'd also allow you to get you have a pretty high human, I recall, right? Or is that not right?
It's 50.
50? Yeah. I give you a plus 10 to persuade, given if you're trying to emulate some of the others screaming.
All right, so I'm just gonna change it to 30 for now, so I can.
Oh, you I think you should be able to add a modifier on when you roll.
Okay. All right, cool.
If not, then you consider your skill 10% higher.
Okay, cool. Where's that modifier?
Oh, if it's not there, just roll and I can.
Just
do
add There is custom number. Do I just add 10?
Yeah, do that.
Well, it's not letting me.
Oh, just roll it and I can figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's actually a success with the plus 10%. Yeah, security's gonna, you're gonna see Officer Henson come in and kind of like be looking now between both of you as you're both screaming, and Campbell's like, she hit me with a chair! She hit me with a freaking chair! Like, grab her, arrest her, do something! She's crazy!
I'm just shouting that everything is so loud. There's so much happening, and
yeah, and
stop it.
You're gonna watch Campbell like she's like kind of freaking like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You need to calm the fuck down. Dear God, don't hit me with a fucking chair. And everyone's coming in, which I think is actually a great moment to say that everyone's in, including Dr. Takagawa, who is walking over and holding his head.
He's awake.
He's awake.
Awesome.
Why do I have hot coffee on my pants?
He doesn't.
Why is my thighs on fire?
But wait, real quick, I need everyone to make a POW check.
Oh no!
No.
What's a POW check?
Power.
Oh, okay. Just click on POW.
Yeah, just click on POW and you should.
56 under 70.
Ooh,
Damn, wait.
Oh, I fumbled.
Ooh, fumble. So, don't worry. An agent, you're going to feel a moment of vertigo and a strange, fleeting sense sense that what you're seeing is unreal.
Okay.
Not you. Sorry. This is for
okay.
so those of you who succeeded feel an intrinsic awareness of something pressing on the everything, like a hand pushing on a piece of fabric. Just some pressure here. And you sense that your awareness somehow is making this thing press harder, just slightly. Just knowing it's there, and thinking about it and acknowledging it seems to.
Turk.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't want to interrupt you. Is this seeming to have an effect on physical objects as well?
No.
Okay.
Purely mental at the moment, as you look around. But like, you feel this kind of like. This feeling like you're making it even more likely to break through. You each who succeeded. So actually, Mel, great job failing. Great job fumbling. You're each going to lose 1d4, which I can roll for you all, rather than make you all roll individually. Ooh! 4 willpower, please.
I got a critical. Does that hurt me more, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't even get hurt? This is awesome.
And you're also going to lose
great.
4 sanity.
4 willpower and 4 sanity.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, I feel like because you got a crit, I'm going to say Dr. Laurel T. Lauder with the T, but also the D. Will have this memory of like standing in this room before.
No!
You remember? You remember?
I knew it when you insured it that way. Fuck.
A flight. You remember a flight in on just late at night, sent in a hurry after a call from one of the array staffers caught some weird attention and being told like, there was really no time. You got in, met at a heliport, and they literally brought you out in a Black Hawk to assess the situation because they knew they would be injured. You walked in and they were dead and screaming, and everything was thunderous blasts of power. Something alive and potent had ripped a hole in the sky, and you screamed. And yeah. You remember that in this moment. As Dr. Takagawa is now, actually, I'd say because you're all together, I'll make it special. You're all going to remember certain things. The critical means you remember this, and Doctor, you'll remember everything else I tell all the other people. John, you're going to recall this, like, moving in, guns out, already ready. They told you, anything comes at you looking funny, pull the trigger. And you remember these people in the room and having to, you and Captain, you'll also remember this, having to gun them down as they tried to rush you. You remember some doctor coming around and trying to even shoot some of them in the back as they tried to rush you. And then trying to, come towards you. And you remember them saying, there's some techno babble. Every single person in this room you've probably seen die. Captain Sawyer's it's sticking in your brain that Smith had to basically, as this black void descended, Smith tried to move you back and set a demolition line to blow through, get through the gate quickly, and then also maybe hold this thing back. And you just watch as the void swallowed the light up, then to Smith, and then you, as you fired madly into it. Kevin?
Yeah.
You remember the panic, the helicopter ride, and you remember getting on a phone, the burner phone you now have on you, and calling for help. At exactly. Because the one thing you remember is the screen of the phone, and 10 p.m. Sorry, wait.
No.
Yeah. 10:03 p.m. Central Time.
Well, That confirms everything Kevin had thought. And I would rush over to... What time is it now, by the way?
It is... sorry, I gotta do quick. It is 6:46.
We've got like 4 hours, right?
Takagawa, but everyone's here, and Takagawa is like stumbling in, his eyes closed, and kind of like mouth just walking in, and like the situation is still shifted. Mel, are you still screaming? Because you don't feel this.
I'm going to look at everybody else.
Oh, they're
and just
all
be-
they're all absolutely feeling it. Like the attention
Alright,
is
I'm
off
gonna-
of you.
I'm gonna like stop screaming, but like also, is it everybody?
Like everybody,
Or
yeah,
just-
everybody.
or-
The employees, the
Sweet.
security, all of the staffers. They all just kind of like stop and grab their heads and have this
I'm going-
moment.
I'm going to stand up and just sort of like, leave the room.
You
To
walk.
find.
How about you
to
walk?
find-
You can walk right into Dr. Takagawa, who's going to be coming in just as you're trying to leave.
Sweet, that works too.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Everything's. My eyes. Everything's going dark. I can't.
Is he okay?
And-
Mel, are you okay?
And he is going to open. Mel, you're going to see opens his eyes and his mouth. Both are shining with a light, like blue-white light behind them.
I am going to look away, push him aside, and
And like you can watch, it's like pushing him. He kind of like like coughs, and that saliva hits your shoulder is also glowing.
oh, that's not good.
Her-
I'm gonna take off my jacket. I'm gonna take off my lab coat
Mm.
real quick. And I'm like,
si-
that's not happening.
You're gonna lose 2 sanity just there. Want to make you include in the sanity party, but also like
Okay.
But yeah, no, he's absolutely. He's gonna kind of like move aside as Mel moves past. I can't see anything.
Okay. Lie down.
I,
Just relax.
I can't. No, don't make me go back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave you because I need to look for something,
Oh.
and I
Okay.
just leave.
And so you're all gonna begin recovering as Mel is like out of like Kevin. You called out, "Are you okay?" And Mel's just out of there.
As
Yeah. Sorry.
Kevin takes
as
off after
soon as
Mel.
we
All right.
as soon as we recover, Smith is gonna look at Jonah and go Plan G, and just pull out his gun and like point at the security guard.
Whoa! And she'll
Just-
reach for. She'll
everyone
like put her
sit.
hand towards her own.
Sit down. Just your gun. Slide it to me.
Don't do
I
this.
mean,
All right.
I plop my briefcase on the table, unclick it, and pull out a submachine gun pointed at him as well.
Dude, is there at least like a dove that can fly? No, but absolutely. All the employees will just like hands up, sit down. Even the security guard, like she'll like look at both of you, like especially you, Sawyer's like, I fucking trusted you, bastard. and we'll just like unstrap the gun, throw it away, still in holster. What do you want?
This is like the worst op I've ever done, right? It's not just me,
The
right?
worst job
Okay.
we've ever done.
This
I'm
shit,
no
this
longer
shit's just
here.
gone to hell already.
I'm no longer here. I'm going back to D. There's no one at D right now. Everyone's run over that way.
Rush
D.
D.
Okay.
Plant it D.
D is
Yeah.
open. I'm off to D.
Okay.
I've gone full tactical mode too, and I go over to Dr. Oh God.
Which
What's
one?
the-
There's Dr.
Campbell.
There's Dr. Black, Dr. Campbell, and there's also
I believe
Jing
is
Fei.
it Takanawa?
Takanawa, yeah, Takagawa. Sorry,
Takagawa. I'm gonna kick his knee out from under him, push him to the ground, and then
he falls and shudders,
Contain.
and he's just you can already kind of like are you putting like any kind of like pand on him, like
not no, because I saw the whole
the spit, yeah.
glowy
Okay.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, he is just. Yeah, no, he's just like I can't. My eyes. I can't, please. I don't know what's going on.
Keeper, is there, in our examination of the map and everything, is there like a secure room that we could get everybody to?
There's a bathroom. There's a closet with only one entrance into it. There's the huts. There's literally the only way in and out is a clean room. They're meant to be there for testing on the lasers.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to rewind really quick because I realize I'm here. I'm with everybody.
Yeah.
I see the spit,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. May I walk something back? Because I just realized something.
Yeah, sure.
A doctor would know. From it, in 2022, Dr. Lauder is going to hold out a hand. Stop. Do not put him with the others. Keep him separate from the others.
There's a plan on it.
Isolate him.
Yeah.
All of you,
Yeah.
and I'm going to point my gun at the non-infected
Hold on. He's gonna actually zip tie him. The other one's up.
Good. Do not.
All of you, you're going to get in the closet. We're going to lock the door. Some shit's happening right now. We don't need you in our way.
If everyone cooperates, listens, and forgets everything at the end of the day, we all get to go home.
Yeah, they're gonna forget
all there
this.
is to it.
Obviously, no. But they'll cooperate. They're not gonna resist you.
We should do this heist like more often.
Okay, as soon as they're all in the closet, I walk back over to Dr. Takagawa.
You're gonna hear a kick in the door behind you as you go back, as Officer Gonzalez is there.
Who?
The guy at the security gate. Second guard.
That bastard.
Second guard!
Second God! Ba-da-da-da-da.
And he's gonna move in and see gun and immediately start reaching for his gun in his holster.
Danger. Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, lay into it.
Are we both shooting?
Oh, sorry. I don't have an SMG. I did get a light
Is this
rifle.
a pistol party? I got one. Let's go.
There's enough pistols for everybody. I'm sorry. I think I might have said 4, but I think I meant to say everyone is issued a.
We did take
pistol.
we did take all the weapons from the people that we put in the closet.
Yeah, 6 service pistols. It was a 40 semi-auto. 40 caliber. Not 40 caliber. Jeez. 40 odd.
Oh.
But yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Success.
Yeah. So I believe light rifle's a D12.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna get this really quick.
And it's got 3 armor piercing as well.
All right. Oof. So you're gonna take a shot with the rifle, just a quick hip fire as you're kind of surprised, and it's only gonna kind of graze him a little bit over the shoulder. Smith, I will give you another shot as I try to refocus myself.
Okay.
There's so much tension, my camera can't figure out what to focus on.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna try to aim for the shoulder kind of thing though. I'm not vital organ.
Absolutely, yeah. Called shots are a thing actually, but just fire for now. We can worry about rules later.
And okay, you know what? That didn't work. Let's do this one. There it goes. And then it's a
Success,
D8.
yeah. Yeah, I believe so. If that's
Oh my god.
This is why I don't like using this thing.
So normally I'd have you both rolling to fire on, an otherwise on an unaffiliated person, but you're both accustomed to violence, so you can't lose sanity over fights like that. But you're gonna watch. Sorry, what gun do you have, Smith?
This was a 38 ACP suppressed pistol.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're gonna fire, and he's gonna kind of step back a bit, but he's you're gonna aim for the shoulder and again, kind of nick the same spot, and he's gonna kind of drop knee, and I think he's gonna target Sawyer's ear.
That's fine.
So I'm gonna make a D100 roll. That's a critical fumble.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, no, I'd say this person has literally just been waving in scientists for so long that he literally jams the gun on the first shot So, just you hear shit, fuck. You guys can go again.
The gun has been jammed.
Yeah, it is.
How far away am I from him?
You can get close. If you move up in this turn, and you can definitely get him in melee.
I'm gonna run into subdue. I'd rather not kill someone that I don't have to, you know. Actually, no, I did lose more than 2 sanity, so
Oh, you're in a rage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
this guy freaking tried to shoot at you.
Yeah, I can't do that, unfortunately. Boop.
Look what you did, Liza.
3.
I'm joking.
I feel like I did nothing wrong.
Yep. Shot. Do damage. Okay. He's still up, but barely. Smith. Oh, were you moving up though? Did you get close and?
Yeah, I might as well.
Oh,
His
okay.
gun's
So
jammed.
yeah, he's gonna not really have. I'm gonna say you can double it and it fight's over.
Okay.
Straight to the chest, armor piercing. No, he's down.
All right, one more, and I'm gonna go back into the room with Dr. Takagawa, and I'm gonna shoot him as well because he's clearly been infected.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's. I would normally in the game to establish this, I would have you lose a whole bunch of sanity for firing on a helpless, but you hear you see those of you in who are not fuddled into. Sorry, where did you put the rest of them? Into the closet.
In closet.
The closet
with
next to
one
the bathroom,
entrance.
right?
Yeah, closet with the one entrance next to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll just if you guys aren't like looking over at D, I think Kevin and Mel both went off. This is just Smith and Sawyer's because Doctor, you're with D. Sorry, Doctor, you're with D.
Yeah, I had stopped to say isolate him.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone die yet.
So
Like,
you're gonna hear gunshots behind, like as you're working. I will get to you just after this. But you'll hear
You're good.
gunshots behind you, and then
to have
pause.
a fight on this stream about murdering people.
Mm.
I am here to not look at it and survive the night.
So you'll just hear some gunshots, a pause, and then a closer gunshot, like from the room that Takagawa was in.
I better hurry up.
And
Whatever.
so you're working with D. What do you want to ask D?
Okay, I would like to ask D a few things.
All right,
One,
I have some answers.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, I took some notes. If I don't remember anything, I'm so sorry. I think I have the 2A on at all with, I think, Kevin. I would probably tap in because as I know, like, you do more.
We all have them.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, this is going to be public then. So, like,
So
people can hear me, and if they want to reply, I can help them type in things.
you were able to watch a little bit of Jingfei interacting. So you have to either type in ask D and then query, or talk to the microphone. D, tell me something. It's like an Alexa.
Ooh, can I say D, tell me something, and then, like, hear a joke? Are they programmed to joke? No, but
I mean, you can. I can't think of one on the spot right now because my mind is
I
like.
have to ask you. But so for this, okay. In that case, I am going to ask, what was the intent of like, I'm trying to think of something Data would be able to answer. D is in control. From what we know and what we need to get, there's some kind of infection. There's some kind of musical key. D, can you give me? Fuck. Does anybody know where to even start with this? I'm having some trouble here. I think I'm stuck. I'm freezing.
D, what is this song? And then just play it.
D.
Why the name of the song?
Oh my God.
Do.
Turk, can you remind me when we had been talking to the data analyst?
Yeah.
They had D record the songs, and do I notice it recorded through the blackout? Yes,
So
right?
yeah, so there was a lower, a more diminished version of the signal recorded even during the blackout, which they were able to pull.
And it's still the heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, that's
Okay.
yeah. Again,
Or-
what you interpret as a heartbeat.
What I interpret as a heartbeat. So I am going to take the copy that the data analyst made of that she played orally. I'm going to put it in my bag. We're taking that with us. We're bringing it back because that's my job.
Sure.
So the mission is to find out what the fuck is going on, or to stop what the fuck is going on. Tarek, what was the phrasing of what our mission was?
Both.
Fuck. Okay. I am going to say in that case, D, shut down the laser accelerator. Commands, or is it just?
I believe you can input commands, though you have not seen that done. But asking D to shut down the laser array, they doesn't immediately, clarify which parts of the laser array you would like to see reduced in power.
All of it. Is all of it a good answer? Oh, I want to diminish this electricity supply. That's what I want to do.
I can begin putting the station into low power mode.
Off mode. Turn off mode, Alexa. Please.
Turn off mode, Alexa.
Please turn off mode. No, it's just
I
low.
will attempt, but manual incapacitation. It must be done manually.
Of course it fucking has to be done manually.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I can't do that.
There it is.
You get a
Would
sing
you?
date
I have reinterpreted the musical data. Would you like a new performance?
Fucking date. It says that. It's that D says that to me.
Yes, in this moment, it types it on screen.
Is there that speaker that was playing the music? Is there a way to smash the speaker?
Yeah, absolutely. You have weapons to shoot a speaker.
I do. I actually have with me in my inventory a medium pistol because I don't go anywhere without being able to fire a goddamn gun. Because I am what?
Last girl.
Educated in murder. All right. So I am going to. However, I don't know if the pistol is going to be the best thing.
Are you trying to break the computer or the speaker? Because the speaker is going to go down real easy. It's just a speaker hooked up to the computer.
The speaker, so I cannot hear whatever it's trying to play for me.
It just asks you nicely, and you shoot it. But
I don't fuck around.
But you shoot it, and
2022.
Yeah.
We're 2022. We're past this. Computers could be nice. I'm going to shoot the speaker.
Would you like to review them and tell me whether they come in clear? It asks again.
I'm going to reply, who are you?
I am D.
Why were you made?
To interpret data from the laser array. Do you have computer science?
No!
Oh, never mind then. This is all normal. This is probably technology now.
Oh, fuck. No. There's something weird about the fact that it can see me.
Well, it is hooked up to the entire system.
I don't like it. I shot the speaker. One thing down. I'll shoot every speaker if I have to. I have, for computer science, nothing. Fuck. It's fine. Shit, I didn't go to school to do this. So.
You are running into some problems with it. So, really quick, want to check in if there's anything else you want to do, and then I'm going to have to jump to someone else.
Totally fair. I'm running into problems with it. I think that we can establish that. We're good.
All right. You are there with your 2001 problems, and we are going to jump to Mel and Kevin. Mel, where are you running?
I'm trying to run and find the lasers. I'm not very smart, so I'm gonna try to break down the lasers because the second thing was like to stop it. And from everything that was talked about in the briefing, Mel only heard. Well, she heard everything else, but she only focused on, "Hey, stop the lasers." So she's gonna do that.
Okay, you can enter the. You can see there appears to be three buildings, all connected via a large tunnel, but one of them seems more accessible. You see the words atrium on the as you enter the door. About 4 meters wide by 20 meters long by 3 meters high, and houses the laser array itself. A long machine about waist high. Its beams emit into a tube at the far end of the building.
Let's do that.
Okay, it's cramped with complex electronics and thick power cables running along the walls. Underground cables are showed just barely connecting to the machine.
I am gonna look at everything I can look at, in a sense, like numbers and whatever.
There's not a lot of data here. It's just the mechanism.
All right. Well, since there's nothing much to look at, I am still gonna look around just so that I can store the whatever memory in my head, and then I am going to start. I am going to take out my from my briefcase, which isn't really a briefcase, more of a duffel bag that I've been carrying around, my large sword.
You carried a large sword.
It is in my
in a duffel bag.
In a duffel bag.
How long are we talking? Is it a samurai sword? Because I have questions about your carrying abilities of a whole thing like that in what is essentially a carry-on.
Well, I drove.
You drove, but still. You were walking around the facility.
It's not a very large sword. It is a sword.
All right.
But it is
You have a sword in a room full of
Deadpool style sword.
You have a sword in a room full of electronics.
Yes.
Swing for the fences.
I will. I will swing for the fences and also bring out my gun so that it looks like I'm totally tearing this place up.
Sure. You make an attack. Can I ask you to also make a Constitution save?
Sure, I can do that.
Or Constitution check, rather.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to do the Constitution thing first. It does say a success. I hope I rolled that correctly. And then you said an attack?
Yes.
With unarmed attack?
Melee options.
Or just melee weapons?
Melee weapon. Sorry, melee. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do my melee weapon attack. Right?
Yes.
Awesome. And it is a failure, though.
Okay.
Can I do my pistol roll or no?
Well, first you're gonna get shocked by striking electrical cords with a metal sword.
Sweet.
But you will only be taking half damage, so that's going to be 2. I'll cut out that way. As you're not able to get significant progress with the sword, but you do get jolted slightly.
Yep.
You take out your gun. Kevin, I imagine you can enter at this point.
Yeah, so I think at this point, Kevin is having flashbacks to the cabin and those last moments.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
and
only 2 of your friends got turned into meat paste.
That's true, but in those last moments, Kevin had a break.
Yeah.
And Kevin is very close to a break right now, and he is teetering on that same edge of, hey, our third thing is obscure the department's involvement. And I think if Mel were to look around and notice, like, Kevin has a gun leveled at her.
Cool.
However, he sets the gun down. Like, he pulls the gun down and says, hey, I need you. Listen, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. This is fucking batshit crazy. I just need one thing from you. Can you do me one thing? Can you stop and do one thing for me?
What's up?
I hand her the note and I say, memorize these names.
Got it.
That's it. And I take off.
You're going to turn around and open the door, and there's just going to be a woman with what you remember in the videos to be, medium-length black hair, spectacle glasses as she just kind of like a Caucasian woman, as she now is like full white and just staring at you, eyes wide open and crying.
The missing one, right?
Yeah. By your list of personnel, this is Dr. Klinger.
Mm-hmm. Klinger went AWOL finally?
I'm back. This is where we did it.
Do you know this person?
No, but I have seen Event Horizon.
Everyone make another POW check. Everybody. Yeah, now.
Alright.
Things are progressing. Time is
60 under
fleeting.
70.
All right, successes. Oh, I love to see successes. Can I get more successes, please?
Give me a moment.
Ooh.
Damn it. It's a
Oh,
critical
Jesus
success.
Christ.
We're really good at these girls, y'all.
I feel like I deserve it. It's okay.
Yeah, so each of you who succeeded are going to lose 4 willpower
Sweet.
and an equal amount of sanity. I'm rolling high on these D4s.
Handler.
Yes, hi.
I am below my breaking point.
Ooh, okay, so this is due to unnaturalness. Let's explore this trauma. Before I do this, would you like to offload this this sanity loss onto a bond? This goes for everybody as well. I want to offer it, but especially at breaking point moments.
The only bond I have that I could even remotely offload this onto would be Jessie, and I'm not doing that to her.
All right. Noted, noted, noted. So, what we are going to talk about is some disorders from unnatural, which can include, but are not limited to, in your mind, amnesia, depersonalization disorder, depression, dissociative identity disorder, fugues, megalomania, paranoia, or sleep disorder. What do you feel is right for Kevin in this moment? Tell me about what's happening in your brain parts.
I mean, I think at this moment, like, the full reality of reality breaking is like, it's the story behind all time travel fuckery. Is like, you mess with the timeline and everything kind of shifts. And this all started for him when he was woken up and remembered his dream. I think this is insomnia. I think this, like, he's just never sleeping again. Like,
absolutely.
If he doesn't go to sleep, this doesn't happen again.
So
he can't wake up tomorrow and it be today if he doesn't go to sleep.
I'll get you the exact specifics for that disorder going forward, but everyone is again going to feel that crushing sense, like something putting its hand further and further through a thin piece of paper towel now onto your body. Just the tension is there and it's ripe and it's going to burst. You watch as the sun, those outside or access to windows can see the sun is beginning to just barely set now. And are you guys gonna hey, gun guys, you gonna be rootin' tootin' guarding that Reuben?
Yeah. I've set up a trap.
All right. You're gonna hear some the man Dr. Black in there just like laughing hysterically at this point. Just starts like rocking. Or rather, you can't hear it, but like, you'll hear some like pounding, like, I think Dr. Black's in serious need of attention. You're just gonna hear, like, again, this all kind of be muffled if you're out the door, just no. Patterns of energy given meaning and sound and perception, the fundamental forces of energy of reality. The word was Azathoth. You're going to hear that through the door. What is your occult or unnatural skills?
My occult is 40.
Okay.
My occult's only 20.
Unnatural? Nothing?
0.
All right. The word is strange to you, but it harkens at something in the back of your mind. And you just hear, he continues by the way, I was too embarrassed and to talk about it before, but this all makes sense. It's just the important work, but look at the wonders. They're happening. I can feel it. It's coming. Ooh. It's like watching it happen in slow motion. It's like a car coming at you, and you can see it and feel it every moment in agony and wonder. The Daemon Sultan is coming. And he sits on a throne surrounded by servants who eternally worship with music of thin flutes and the pounding of vile drums. I don't know why I kept thinking of that, but the metaphor, is it something deeper? No, it couldn't be. Bolts and pieces, low energy, drum beats, whispers, high energy, flutes, and music, and the sound at the end of the beginning. And he just begins to weep at the end of it.
Pretty much like halfway through that rant, Smith is going to actually take off to the array. Because it's like, okay, yeah, shit's going down, like, next level.
Kick out the door, and you're going to see basically Kevin face to face with what appears to be a woman. And she's going to, like, turn to you as you do, and just then look at Kevin. You need to make it right, Kevin. She's going to vanish. Just, like, there's no poof or magic fairy dust, just ceases to be there.
As Smith runs off, I'm going to say, hold on, wait. And I'm going to take a spherical object off of my belt and throw him a grenade.
Fair. Valid.
Okay.
It
I
said,
think
I'll make it easier.
Go ahead.
it said Kevin. I'm just trying to get clarification. Of what
Yeah.
she said.
She straight up looked him in the eye and said, Kevin. And
If this is my breaking point, and this person that I knew was gone has just reappeared and then said we have to fix it and then disappeared, I'm going to, like, try to hip fire.
Did
And I don't know that John is coming my way.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Make an attack with a -20, I believe, for hip fire, just randomly, especially in a fugue state. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put on the serious. Yeah.
Firearms. There it is. You said -20.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens if I fail? Because you just brought me to 0.
Oh, never mind then. If it's a 0, you can't try. Just yeah. Go.
No,
for it.
it's 20, but at -20, you just made me a 0.
Oh, then you're just gonna fire kind of wildly around. Because were you just trying to hit her, or just trying to fire wildly?
Just
and then
trying to hit her.
okay.
Whoa. Are we not in two different rooms where they appeared and said to Kevin, to Jonah and John, but Kevin and Mel are in a different room? Have they rejoined forces?
No, Kevin and Mel was inside the laser array. Kevin was walking out, saw the lady. John went out to go outside and is now getting hip fired at. I'll say roll damage, and I'll apply some towards John with minus his Kevlar vest, which I know you're wearing.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna roll it this way because I didn't actually roll it with the gun like I should have, because I'm a big dumb. There's my damage.
3. Okay, so I believe that's all caught in your Kevlar, Kev, with a -3. So, but you're gonna still feel the impact in your chest as you're shot.
Yeah, and I mean he's like standing there, like the gun is shaking in front of him, like he's looking crazed.
And you're going to we're gonna jump really quickly back to D in the lab. You're gonna feel like a kind of movement of chairs. You turn around, there's just a woman behind you with stark white hair. Just, I need to quiet the observers. They can't know. And you just watch as she, like, cocks a gun that you realize is no longer on your hip. Except for the one you had. You have 2. So she took the service pistol you had, and then the other one that you have is still with you. And she just was going to walk through the doors. So, Jonah, you're going to see a woman walk through and start just walking towards you. Yes, hi.
Before you do that, I have a pepper spray keychain, sir.
Yeah.
I have a pepper spray keychain, young man.
Oh,
I
young
am
man,
not
though.
defenseless. I would like to pepper spray this woman in the face.
Sure, yeah. Make an attack with pepper spray. I don't know what that works off of, but do it.
I wrote it down. I did write it down. Yeah, I thankfully have a pepper spray keychain like I do in real life. It's going to be basically, oh boy, it's just to make her stop, isn't it? Where did my thing go? So this You know what? I don't even have it up. Where did it even go? Oh, it's because it's a different tab. Completely different screen. Okay, so the pepper spray specifically, it has special properties to it where it's dex time. The skill is dex basically, and you have a negative 20% to anything you do after. So
Based off of eyes, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, anything with sight. So I'm trying to
Do you...
ever see it walking into with that gun, impose that difficulty for whoever she's walking back to, or if I have to hide.
Why don't you roll me a D100 real quick? Aiming for low.
Sit turned around. Oh no, am I gonna pepper spray myself? Because
No,
I've done that
no.
before.
Roll a D100, and I'll tell you what happens.
Thank you. Backslash D100. Backslash D100. Come on.
/R, one D100.
Oh, that's why.
/R. /R space D100. One D100. There you go. So it will connect, but you watch some of it like pass through her skull.
No.
And she's just kind of like, you'll watch the eyes instinctively close, but she doesn't stop.
All
Just
right,
seems to
well,
casually walk right through the door.
negative 20%, y'all. I hope you do okay out there.
Sawyers, you see a woman who looks to be a lab worker with a gun in her hand start moving towards the door.
Which door? The one that's
The one where all the other people are in.
Yeah,
Oh
shoot.
my god.
Shoot. Wow, these people got crazy. 38.
Okay, can you roll a D100?
I can.
Your bullets pass straight through her.
Oh no.
Both of you can make quick sanity checks. If you pass, you're fine. But just like the first time you're both seeing this, there's just not really there. So failure is a 2 sanity for you.
Oh god.
So it's either nothing or 2. Sorry, Doctor, can you give me a sanity check as well, as your pepper spray kind of almost went through her?
No.
Do it.
Does that count as helplessness?
No, it's unnatural.
Okay, I was trying to make.
I know.
I got trapped in a basement with a serial killer for a while, make it work,
Mhm.
or whatever it was. All right, that's going to be a. What was that one more time? Dexterity, right?
A sanity.
Sanity. Oh, sanity.
Yeah,
right.
sanity, absolutely.
Why did I say that?
All right, so you are also going to lose 2 sanity.
Why I failed. Does oh intellect? Got you. Yeah. Oh my
Insanity.
God.
You're going to lose 2 sanity from your total, and so you pepper sprayed and watch some of it just pass through this woman's head. But yeah, you're going to watch as bullets just don't seem to affect her, and she's going to keep moving towards the door. People outside. John, you just got shot.
I'm shooting back.
Yay.
But I pull out my other gun
Sure.
to fire.
Yeah, fire for it. The service
know
pistol they
this?
gave you? Nope, that's a critical.
Jesus.
Let me confirm
my,
really quick.
My other gun, my Desert Eagle.
Oh, it's a Desert Eagle.
That-
So it's the high caliber pistol.
The high caliber weapon.
Oh, hi, Kevin.
Oh, here we go. Oh, critical hit. Here we go.
Is it max plus roll?
I believe it is. Yeah, it's going to be a double. So whatever you roll, it doubles. There you go. Or we could do max
So
plus
I roll 1, but it just doubles.
Yeah. Whatever you roll is going to be doubled. Unless it has a lethality rating, then you roll for lethality. And then, Only 2?
Oh, look, it's only 2. Because this
You guys
thing
need to
sucks.
roll better. Come on. Kill each other for my amusement.
I just need to roll my actual dice. I mean, it's good, but I'm just mad
You
that I
catch,
keep getting
but
ones.
Kev, you are gonna catch a bullet, probably graze your arm or something in a really nasty way.
Did I regain hit points between the last time and this time? Just want to confirm.
Yeah, no, you could have gotten medical attention, so you're good.
All right.
So you take 2. Unless you're...
Yeah, I don't think he's phased. I think he's so like in that fog that the pain receptors are just turned off right now.
Also, I'll say you're not accustomed to violence. Why don't you make me a sanity check really quick? Mel, also, why don't you make me a firearms check against the things in the laser array while you're in there?
Shoot him, Mel.
I am shooting stuff. Firearms. Where's my firearms? There we go.
So, Kev, I need a sanity check. Mel, I need a...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Sanity
you're good.
check for me.
Yeah.
I'm not accustomed to violence. Damn it.
I'm going to push it. No.
Not with... we're not... We try to avoid that with... It's I believe it's inadvised to do that in combat explicitly. That out of combat, absolutely fine. But this whole thing's now a combat encounter.
I got a failure. So.
All right, so you're going to be firing wildly and not really making any progress. The gunshots are still Smith, you can hear Smith and Kevin hear just gunshots ringing off around in the laser array room. Sanity is a failure. Okay, so I think in this case we're going to do a 4. Chimney, my dice don't like y'all.
So what's Delta Green's situation on continued sanity loss after break?
You reset you go from your new total and then reset it to where your breaking point would be now, and then it goes to there. So that's another 4 sanity, which will also trigger your paranoia as you are in a combat situation with someone you formerly trusted, and it's all kind of falling apart, ain't it?
Yeah.
Also, that thing in the sky looks real weird.
Where
What?
are the cars?
What?
The cars are in the parking
Okay.
lot.
I'm leaving.
So I would like to go toward the cars.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can get there in this little action round, I would like to go into the sedan, take the keys where we left them, and shoot the tires out on the other car.
Sure. Details fun for me. So it's yeah, you can, I'll say you'll get a good way, like I'll say you can get to the car on your turn and have like the door opened.
Yeah.
Mel, still shooting at stuff?
Yeah.
Sawyers, what's the move with this crazy lady?
Guns ineffectual. How close is she to the door?
She's about to try and open it.
Ugh. What's the door made of?
Wood.
Oh, it's not like a reinforced
It's
door.
it's like it's like a school lab door kind of thing, you know.
I guess I'll take another shot at her.
Sure. Yeah, make a roll to hit. Love that face. Doctor, though, you are getting the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, well, I was going to, but
Yep.
it seems like, unfortunately, Kevin and Saint have cut that off.
Well, no,
Well,
you
actually,
could be
I
leaving
mean,
at the same
I
time.
mean,
Yeah, if I saw you, I would absolutely like. Yeah, we're going. We're going.
I got
Let's
the
go.
shit. I got the shit.
Let's
Just
go.
No.
I
Shot shit's over.
I do have to point out, Smith would not be willingly letting them go.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna give you a chance to shoot at the car, and everything. Because 40 with the 53 is a success, so you can roll damage on that. You do find your bullets do find physical purchase on Dr. Klinger. Life's
I'm
still
sorry, I'm
close to
not
it.
sure what's happening right now.
No one does.
Are we not leaving?
You are. Yeah, sorry, I'm just with Captain Sawyers at the moment. He's shooting a crazy woman trying to get into the door.
It's 7.
Okay, 7 damage. Perfect. Thank you.
I'm out. I don't know what's going on. This is all meta.
Yeah.
I'm staying
Okay.
put. I'm
Here's-
just gonna do the D shit, and you know what? If you can do your thing,
no.
I'm gonna shoot shit, and I'm gonna talk to the computer.
No. If you want to get in the car, here's the
No,
situation.
I know. I want to vibe with that AI. I want to talk to Hal.
Okay. Great.
I don't want to end. I think I'm too confused. I'm gonna go talk to Hal. My brain in real life is cracked.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. You'll watch as those bullets like lay into Dr. Klinger, and like a lot of like clearly wounded still is going to take her turn and open the door and just start spraying. into the room, indiscriminate fire. But we'll cut from there, and then Mel still shooting. Want to confirm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smith.
Just trying to destroy this thing as much as
Okay.
possible.
Make another firearms check. Smith, he's getting away. Get him. Because Kevin, you could absolutely shoot the tires out on your way over.
Success.
All right, success. Roll damage.
Ooh, success.
Ooh, very nice. You can also roll damage.
6.
6.
Yeah, I think that makes my shot go wide.
All
for the
right.
Tires.
So it'll take. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kevin is like slumped over the door now, bleeding out, trying to like struggle to get into the car.
Oh, I got 8. Sorry.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. And you're finding some damage on the machines. It's still slightly running, but the sparks are flying everywhere and it's gone mad. Kevin, you're kind of leaned over the car door, right?
Yeah.
You can look back at Smith, and your
Coughing
eyes
blood.
kind of trail up, and you just watch as this hole is opening in the sky.
Yeah, there's no escaping this one, folks. You can't run from this.
And I think I'd
They
like
represent
everybody
Division.
right now to make another POW check.
38 under 7.
Perfect. We love successes here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, failure.
Big
a fumble
fumbles.
for me.
Big fumbles. You're great. All right. So we have 2 failures, 2 successes. Mel, can I get a... All right.
Success.
Everyone who succeeded, you are going to lose 3 willpower and 3 sanity. As you recall that you've been here before, even like a little bit beyond. Like, this is going to keep happening, and you all of you will start hearing the but in a larger, just in the back of your ear, as the entire sub-base of this building seems to just hum and slowly move. As Doctor, you're watching D, it's just going to readings are going to go wild and read, and you're just going to hear this indecipherable text and music start pouring out of speakers that you can't actually hear, even the ones you shot. You, Smith and Dr. Lauder, you both recognize this immediately as the music that had been captured before. With every pulse of the hum, for an instant, reality and the agents themselves seem to begin flickering, insubstantial shadows cast by the monstrous void. And you feel like all of reality itself is just inhaling and exhaling, a heartbeat. You are but a rhythm of a drum cast on past a 2D surface to create 3D projections. It grows stronger, increasingly fervent as this void clears out, and everyone basically Sawyers, you hear the people in the room are even still slightly injured just shouting, "The flutes, the drums, the king is coming, the king on the throne." And above the atrium, Mel, as you're firing, you're going to get a big flash of white light, a blue-white light, as like the entirety of reality just seems to phase out for you as a shrieking of sounds, of energies and high frequencies and low manifest in the atmosphere around you. I'm going to need everyone to make one final sanity check.
I get my breaking point on that last one.
Oh boy, would you like to explore that with me? Would you like to offset that onto a bond?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, perfect. I need you to make a willpower check.
Just power? Or...
Sorry, rather, roll a d4, reduce willpower by that much. And then you can reduce that from a bond and the sanity loss you're about to take. Or rather, you took. So you lose 2 willpower, and you can reduce 2 from a bond of your choice. Which is it? I must know.
It's my only one, Sam.
Oh, no. Okay. You lose 2 from that as you But you also gain 2 sanity from that last loss, but I do need to make you the new sanity check. Because this is going to hurt.
So I lost 2 willpower, lost 2 from my bond, but I gained 2 sanity.
But you gain 2 sanity for projecting this, like, mental trauma of feeling reality collapsing in onto that your relationship with this person and kind of making you more distant from them because they're just a projection. They're just a screen. They're not even real. They're just music.
Okay, and what happens if I actually went back above my breaking point? Is this...
Then you can hit it on this go. Or
Okay.
you can project it again. Maybe you'll succeed.
Now let's just track.
Hey!
Success.
That's only one as your witness to the court of Azathoth. All of you witness a horrible, beyond comprehension. I don't want to pull a Lovecraft on you all and say, ooh, I can't describe it. But flutes and drums and the beating and the king on the throne pour forth around you. And you all wake up where you did this morning, screaming. And that is where we are going to end today's first part of Observer Effect.